hang on. Hang tight for a minute. I need to fix something here. Hang tight. Oh yes, much better, I think, right? I think that's better. Hi everybody. Oh, I know what it is. So it's very rainy out and very overcast. And so I have overhead lights on just while we get going, and then those will go off and then other lights will go on. So it just looks a little filmy. Hang on. Let me fix that. Hi everybody. Yes, just looks a little filmy. I think it's just because of the weird lighting, because of the weather. Hi guys, happy Saturday. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Nicole from South Dakota. Oh yes, Canadian Thanksgiving, right? Happy Thanksgiving, Canadian friends. That is this weekend. Now, well, I should say weekend. I really don't know when it is. I just know it's around this time, like today, tomorrow, yesterday, Monday. I know that in the US, Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. I think it's the last Thursday of the month of November, but I'm not exactly sure which day it falls on in Canada. So if you're Canadian, or even if not, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Maybe some of you, even if you're not Canadian, that's like an excuse to get the turkey and the mashed potatoes and the pie and all the yummy things that, at least in the US, go with Thanksgiving, right? Well, and all the other good things that come with Thanksgiving, like being thankful and being with family and friends in a safe environment, everything that's going on. So welcome everybody. Totally distracted by the chat there. Let's see. Oh, it's going fast. Carol Ann, hi Carol Ann. Oh, she went to a scrapbook convention yesterday, so she's all ready to go. Wonderful. Denise, California. Hi Marie. Jackie's back after being gone for a couple weeks. Okay, Canadians Monday. So Sheila, question, is it always Monday? Just curious. And is it always the same exact day? Like Christmas is always December 25th. Thanksgiving is, in the US, always, I think, the last Thursday of November. So the date fluctuates. So just curious about Canadian Thanksgiving. All right. Hi, Anne and Jeanette and Val. Hi, Val. Kristen, second Monday in October is our Thanksgiving. Okay, very good. Good to know. Look at what we learned today. Always learning, right? Always good for us to learn something new. Hi. Okay, Barrett. Hi, Barrett from Sweden. Oh, Mandy says it's always a Monday, but you always celebrate on Sunday. So I'm curious if that is a Canadian thing overall, or if that is just, Mandy, what you and your family like to do. Ottawa, hi Nancy, yes, happy Thanksgiving. And Carla, oh gosh, every time. Carla, I think, oh golly. Okay friends, so welcome to another one of our Saturday sessions. This will be the last Saturday, not forever, just for the next 2 weeks. I will be traveling and teaching the next 2 weeks. So that would be the 16th and the 23rd. We will not be together on Saturday because you guys could be, I won't be here, but doesn't mean that you guys can't figure out another way to get together. I know you could get together in the Facebook group. And then just here's a little preview of what's coming. We'll be together October 30th and then 2 more weeks gone. So this time of year usually is like crazy busy for me when it comes to traveling and teaching live in person at a couple of events I'm teaching at, and then a couple of like scrapbook stores. So that is what kind of is going on. And I'll remind us the end, and then I'll remind us when we're back together on the 30th. But anyhow, welcome. So for those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Lael Kankar, and we get together on Saturdays, and this is what we do when I'm not traveling. We do what I like to call creative listing. So I always, day or two before, will publish 3 different list topics, and I do that on my blog, but I also push it out on social media and then also via an email. So if you'd like to participate, you know in advance what our list topics are. I always try to also give you an idea of what products that I am using. So between the list topics and then the products I'm using, if you want to list with us, you can kind of pull things together and be ready. I know some of you watch the replays, so if you're not live with us, welcome. It's always fun to have you regardless of when and how, and it's still so fun. I still see people that pop in and leave comments from the very first like Intro to Traveler's Notebooks video that I did way back, gosh, like a year and a half ago now. So people are kind of hopping in at different places, and no matter where you're hopping in or no matter where you find me, welcome. I have a website. It is called Layout by Mail, and I have lots of different things on there. Lots of the products that I use during our Saturday sessions you'll find there. I do different scrapbooking kits and traveler's notebook kits, and then all the fun accessories that go with all of those things. So as we're working, I always try to link in the description of the video the products that I'm using. So if you're interested in them, you at least know what they are. I always encourage you, if you have a local, like mom and pop scrapbook store, right, or craft store, I always encourage you to shop local. Mom and pop is always really good. It's important that we support our local communities, right? And that's whether it's a craft store, a knitting store, a coffee shop, a pet store, whatever it is. But if you don't have local, then you can find a lot of the things that I use on my website. If you're watching live and you are new, welcome. Well, really, if you're also welcome if you're new, but you're watching the replay. Better clarify that right off the bat. But if you're watching live, there is a chat that takes place over on the right-hand side of the screen. Those of you that have been here for a while are very familiar with that chat, and that's how I kind of interact with you guys, or you can kind of interact with me. So as I'm talking like this, there's lots of chat going by, and I can't pay attention to that. I'm at that eyesight where it's too small and too far away here. But then if I look down here, I can see it. But then, So once we get going and I flip the camera, then I am a little bit more able to look at the chat, unless I get totally sidetracked on what I'm doing. That happens too. So chat is a wonderful place to interact. Say hello. If you're brand new, just pop in and say hi. Even if you're more of a lurker and you kind of, some of you tell me I've been to every single one and I've never popped in the chat. And you know what? That's okay. I always like to say, you do you. So if you want to pop in and say hi, I'm new. Super welcoming bunch. We have a super welcoming, very friendly community here that most people have never met in person or don't know each other in person. We've just kind of met over the course of the last year and a half or so. Some of you I've known for a long time, and we have met in person. So if you are new, want to pop in and chat and say, hi, I'm new, my name is, and I'm from here, then that kind of gets people the ability to know you a little bit better. Chat's also a great place for asking questions. So if you have questions on things that are happening, things I'm doing, then chat's a great place for that. But the chat's only available if you're watching live. So if you're watching the replay, you can still ask questions. You just need to do that in the comments section of the video as opposed to the chat. If you're asking questions as I'm going, sometimes I will totally miss them. Just know it's not you, it's me. I just missed it, didn't see it. Or sometimes I will see it, but if I'm in the middle of something that I think, oh, you know what, I'm going to remember to answer that in a minute, and then I totally forget. So do not be shy of asking again. Especially do not be shy of asking again in all uppercase, because then I tend to see that. Okay, friends, couple of housekeeping things. As I mentioned, we will be off the next 2 weeks. So I always have to do the math, the 16th and the 23rd. I will have a couple things for you guys during that time. I will do 1 or 2 more flip through videos. I'm still working through the flip through videos of some of my past listing traveler's notebooks. So I basically sit down and go through each list. I have a playlist here on my YouTube channel of some of those that I've already done, but I will do at least 1 or 2 more of those while we are not together. I will also put out an updated 2021 list of lists. So I think the last time I updated that was maybe in June. I don't remember, June or July or something. So I will update that, and I'll send out an email with a link to that, but you can always find those on my blog as well. So that's kind of fun if you're just getting started with us, or if you've missed some of the past lists. That's just a little PDF that you can download, and it's the list of all the lists we've done. There's also another one for 2020, and obviously that one is done. Okay, prizes. So every week I like to do at least one little prize giveaway, and the way that we do that is through the comments. So not in the chat. It's too hard for me to go back and look through all the chat after the fact and try to get a winner there. But the way that I ask you to do that is to leave a comment on the video once we are done. So last week I asked you one of the topics on our list, one of our list topics was what makes you you. So what's one of the things that makes you you? And I asked you guys to just comment on the video after the fact and tell me one of the things that makes you you. those comments are really helpful for me to try to get to know you guys a little bit better, since this is very much one way. I'm like, blah, 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 pushing stuff at you, and I don't really get to know you guys. So that's a great way that I get to know you. So this morning, I just drew a random comment, and the winner of last week's prize was Nancy C. So congratulations, Nancy, if you are on with us. Hooray, yippee, yippee. If we were all on The Price is Right, I would fully expect you, Nancy, to, like, when I call your name, jump up and go running down the aisle doing this. You guys remember that? The Price is Right? Like when I was a little kid, loved to watch Price is Right, but it was only during the weekdays and the mornings, and if you were in school, then you missed it. But if you were homesick from school, then you could watch The Price is Right, and I always loved it when the people got so excited. So, Nancy, if you're watching, I know right now you are, what? Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. The prize from last week was one of my little mail by mail prize bundles. So it's a little canvas bag, and inside you have one of our listed stamps. Let's see which one is in this one. Oh no, you have Lael, so silly. You have one of our scattered thought stamps, one of my. So my little scattered thought stamps. And then in there's also a little sticker of our little mascot, Scatter. And then also a little pin of our little mascot, Scatter. So Nancy wins those. Nancy, I left you a reply to your comment telling you how to claim your prize. Basically, I need you to send me an email, some information, and we'll get that sent out. So, yes, congratulations. Okay, let me just look. Come on down. Exactly. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. And then I loved The Price is Right, right? Loved all the games, loved the whole thing. Always wanted to be one of the, well, of course, they were always blonde. At least back then, I know they've tried to kind of get a little bit more inclusive now, but back then they were always really tall, blonde, leggy, very high-heeled ladies that would show the prizes, and they'd stand and they'd pose, and yes. But I'd always get so mad when the people were at, kind of the initial thing, and you had to do the bid on whatever the item was, and all four people bid. And I'm always like, dollar, bid a dollar, because you had to be the closest to the price without going over. And then people were bidding these exorbitant amounts. And I'm always like, do you ever watch the show? If you bid a dollar, then you will win. Yeah, that was total squirrel moment. Anyhow, if you ever win a prize, channel your inner Price is Right contestant and be really excited. Okay, so this week's prize donated by Jane, and I have to try to pronounce Jane's name. Jane Sarason-Khan. I know I totally butchered that, but Jane has been with us for a while. She reached out a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I am moving to Brussels with my husband, and I don't know, his job or something like that, but moving to Brussels, and I am going through my stash of a lot of different things, and I'd love to send you a big package of goodies. And she said, there's a lot of stamps. Some have been used, some have not. And you can do whatever you want with them. If you want to share them with, everybody on a Saturday, then do that. If you want to look through and see what sparks your interest, you want to keep those. And I said, wonderful. So I pulled a couple, and I'll keep going back to this bag because there's a good number of stamps. But I pulled a couple for today that I thought would kind of be fun. This little stamp set, I think you guys see it backwards, just because that's how, this is not really my left, it's my right, Anyhow, you get a good feel for that, but it's a cute little stamp set from Studio Calico, and it's kind of fall themed, and one of our lists today is fall themed, so I thought that would be fun. And then this little guy, also Studio Calico, just really cute little, like this little guy here says feeling, and there's little check boxes, meh, happy, dreamy, wild, silly, just fun stamp sets. So that'll be one prize, but we're gonna do two prizes today, two giveaways. The other one is, these are little Halloween washi bundles. Uh-oh, just dropped them. Anyhow, 3 little bundles, and I think I'll be using at least one of these washi from the bundles in our first list today. So that will be another prize. So again, the way that you have a chance to win a prize is once the video is over, just leave a comment, not in the chat, but leave a comment. And I will ask you to leave a comment telling me, oh, okay, I would love to know this. This is a list I've been thinking about for a while that we're going to do today that I thought would be really fun. And I'm calling it family isms. So if there are things that people in your family or your friend group, your coworkers, whatever it is, that they always say, and you're like, oh yeah, Jack always says that, or my husband Nick always says that. So if you have a familyism, just tell me what it is. If you want to tell me who in your family says it, my husband always says blah, blah, blah. You can put that, but you don't have to tell me who says it. Just put one of your familyisms. And if you don't have a familyism, just leave a comment and say hi. Tell me your name and where you're from. And that would be, and I'll draw two winners for next week. Okay, friends, I think that is, oh, I know. So, well, this is just a squirrel thing. We had a couple over for dinner last night, and I cleaned my craft room yesterday. Well, because, it's an office, like right when you walk in the door to the side, and I wanted it to be clean. So it's very clean right now. So my goal today, because usually it's like a tornado hit, a hurricane, a craftnado, a crafticane, whatever you want to call it, hit when we're done on Saturday. So my goal today is to try to keep things neat and tidy, and then I can put them away very quickly when you're done. When not you're done, when we're done, when we're all done. All right, so we are going to spin the camera. We'll turn the lights, and I think I'm actually going to open up the door. Not the door, the window, just a tad. Nick turned on the heat. He turned on the heat yesterday. I was trying to see what the temperature is. It's rainy, it's cold, but it's always my own personal little summer right here. So, all right, let us I was just checking comments for a sec. It's not backwards. Oh, okay, cute. Okay, cute. Okay, good. All right, guys, so let's spin. Okay, spin the camera. We're gonna get a little dizzy for a sec. 1, 2, 3. And it'll take a sec for it to get all moved around where we need to move it. These need to go off. Window needs to open. All the things that can't necessarily happen before. Unless I had a Vanna. And if I had a Vanna, I'd say, Vanna, turn off the lights, open the window, get me some water. Oh yeah, look at how dark it is. Yeah, okay, we definitely need the lights. We will definitely turn the lights. And if Nick was here, my husband, he's golfing. Although it's raining, so I'm like, well, good luck with that. But he'd be like, we have the heat on. Why do you have the window open? And I'm like, hello? How long have I been going through menopause? It just, yeah. Do you want your wife to be happy? Then the window's open. Okay, all right. So let's see. Let me just check comments here real quick. I know, right, Nick? Not a good idea. Plug in your phone. Colleen, thank you. There you go. I hadn't done that yet. Colleen, you're always, Colleen's my virtual Vanna. Colleen's always like, okay, did you plug in your phone? Did you do not disturb? Make sure you're ready for this. Don't forget this. Love it. And she's always my 1, 2, 3, 4 notifier, my 1234 notifier too. Colleen, love that. Okay. Okay. So I missed something. Are you guys talking crop and create? I think so, maybe? Okay. Okay, so let's get going. First of all, I have to show you guys something I'm so excited about. Nick, my husband, was traveling this week. And so whenever he's traveling, I'm like, oh, good. I can literally work until 10 or 11 at night. I know that's bad, but I mean, he will let me work however long. That sounds wrong. I can work. I'm my own boss, right? I can work however long I want. But when he's in town, that's silly. Why would I work all night? We can spend time together, so that would be silly. But he was out of town this week. So one of the nights, and I had mentioned this before, that I had this thought in my head about something that I needed for me that would really help our Saturday sessions for me be a little bit more organized and go a little bit smoother. I'm looking for, after I say that, I want to show you what it looked like before. Oh yes, okay. So those of you that have been with me before, I always have a notebook going, right, for our listing sessions. And I always have whatever list whatever our topics are, and then I have whatever my lists are, and then I've got little notes scribbled and everything. But every week I need to record ahead of time, I need to note ahead of time all of the same information, right? All the same information. So I'd been using this little book and it was starting to get to the end. But look at, this is all of basically our list. This is like my workbook almost, right? But this was getting done and I'm like, this is crazy. I need the exact same format every time. Why am I reinventing the wheel every time? So this is what I made this week. Well, I made it and then I had FedEx Kinko's like bind it all for me. But look at, here is my workbook. I'm so excited about this. So here's my little workbook. I had them put like a clear acrylic piece on top. I used my silhouette to make my little letters to go on there. And then I decorated because of course I had to decorate, right? What's the fun? So this is like a kind of a big list, right? With my little stamp. And then here we go. So every week, you guys, I have the same template. What's the date? Who was the winner last week? What's the price from this week? Here's the first list. Here are the products I'm using. Here are the items that are going to go on my list. Even here are my sketches. So sometimes there will be just a 1 page. Sometimes there will be a 2 pages, you guys know. So I have a lot of these in the first section. But then there's a second section. And I was so smart. I was so happy that I'm like, okay, so I want a divider between sections, but I don't really want to have tabs out the side because they'll just get all bunched up. So in between each section, I'm going to have them put a piece of cardstock and then I'm going to take some washi and I will put washi along the sides. So super easy to know where I'm going next. Here will be all of my different list ideas because, you know, when we're working, sometimes you say, oh, this would be a fun list, or I come up with list ideas and then they're all over. They're on a piece of scratch paper, a back of a grocery list, they're on a sticky note and it gets lost. So another section. Here's layout ideas, right? So when I'm doing double page list, if I see something on Instagram or I get inspired by something, or I'm like, oh, I know, I'd really love to try this. Here's all my little sketches of different double page layouts for our list that I want to do. Lots of those. Then we move into the next section into singles. All my little sketches for that. We're still going. Then different ideas for title designs. Different ideas for bullets, and then a whole note section in the back. So you guys, I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. Now I have everything all in one spot. Now this is just like my little Bible, my go-to that I need to make sure I always have with me. So here we go. Now we're ready to start. Yeah, we're only 23 minutes in. Actually, I need to take a quick sip of water because I have to get my water in, so bear with me. Karen, I have PDFs, so I could do that. I could totally do that if you guys want to have sketch ideas and things like that, because that's what I did. I did them and then I made them PDFs so that it'd be really easy for Kinko's or, you know, FedEx, whatever they are, FedEx, Kinko's to make. Okay, so let's take a look at our list that we did last week. Gosh, it's looking, I don't know, my lights are looking, it's not looking very bright to me. Lighting okay, you guys? Well, I guess it is what it is, right? Okay, so, all right. I'll make a little note down here for myself. This would be to PDFs of, I'll call it my manual. I'll figure out how to make that happen. Okay. Our list last week, we did 3 lists last week. Our first list was about last month. So the very first Saturday of every month, this is always the very first list that I do, where I document the prior month. And I always document it the same format. So 5 photos, sometimes they're my photos, sometimes they're photos I've grabbed off of the internet. And there we go. So I used Simple Vintage Country Harvest, which this collection, so fun. One quick thing about the links that you see in the description of the video down below. I always have 2, well, there's a bunch of different sections, and I just keep adding more because you guys keep asking, well, what's that used? What's this used? Remember when you used what's that trimmer? What's this? Anyhow. So, but you'll always find 2 sections, the products I'm using this week, and then always the products I used last week, because some of you don't turn in the prior week, but you see this. So anyhow, you always see products used this week and last week. One last thing about the links. For some of you, the links don't work, and we have no idea why, because some of you, they work. Most of you, they work. Every once in a while, someone will say, none of the links work. There's something going on your end. If you just copy the link and paste it into a new browser window, then you're good. So about last month was our first list. Still working on this list, right? I need to finish this. These were some of our favorite Halloween costumes over the year. So this was a 5x7 photo, a single 5x7 photo. Kathy, really quick, I just saw Kathy. Kathy said, any chance Indian Summer will come back in? Kathy, yes. I have another order right now coming with Pretty Little Studio and the Indian Summer 8x8 papers. Those are coming back in. But I think everything else from Indian Summer is still in stock on my website. So double check. But the pad is coming back in, or the papers are coming back in. Yes, so I did a 5x7 photo there and then just cut it so that I would have a little bit room up there and a little bit more room down there to add just a few more cute things. Last one, this one. This was our What Makes Me Me, or What Makes You You. Had some fun stamping there. We did some offset stamping. So first stamped the blue in a solid alpha, and then stamped the black in an outline. Not same stamp set. Same font from Carrie Bradford, 2 different stamp sets. So with her stamps, she does solids and a lot of times does outlines to coordinate. So you could put them together or use them separately. Okay, so our first list for today. One thing, if you watched last week or if you didn't, you will notice this. My pages, my little signature here, this guy, came out. And that's not uncommon when your insert starts to get really full. And generally when it's going to come out, or where it's going to come out, is in the center. Because those poor, looks like your pants on Thanksgiving, they can only stretch so much, right? Those poor little staples can only stretch so much, and then the paper kind of pops out. So I will probably next weekend, I will stitch this, but I will leave part of it unstitched. Well, we'll see. I mean, next weekend when I'm traveling. So either way, I'll talk about it so we know what's happening. But anyhow, this is going to be off to the side for a bit, just because it's going to be easier for me to work. And then they will continue to pop out, because they're going to keep popping out of the staples. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your insert. It's just that the more you add, those staples can only hold so much, and then the paper tears. Yes, Denise says, I love when my TN gets thick and chunky. It shows progress. So TN, for those of you that are new, that's kind of the abbreviation for a traveler's notebook. And yes, chunky is good, right? Some of our inserts get super, super chunky. But when that happens, we need to recover. At least that's what I do. I recover when it's all done. There's no sense in doing any kind of covering or stitching, at least in my opinion, until you're fully done with the insert, because those pages are just going to keep on probably popping out. Let's see. Laura said, hi, Laura. Laura says, wondering what to do when that happens. And it's pretty common that happens. I have a video. It is, I want to say it's probably back in May of 2020. Where the video is called Making Your Own Inserts. And we go through how to make your own inserts. And I just found this when I was cleaning the other day. This is one of the inserts that we made, but you can make your own inserts completely from scratch. So as part of that, making your inserts from scratch, I covered how to kind of stitch everything together. And to stitch everything together, no sewing machine. Don't get me near a sewing machine, because I even look at it and then the bobbin thread goes, So I don't sew. Well, I can sew a little tiny bit. Doesn't have to be dangerous, but I don't sew on paper, just because for me, I get frustrated and it doesn't work. So this is just using a blunt nose needle and some thicker thread / thin string in order to do that. But that's how you can fix that happening, but that's also how you can create your own inserts from scratch. So I think we walked through the process of doing this on that video as well, and the different types of things that you could put in your own insert. I always say I will link that in the description of the video, then I forget. So just here on my YouTube channel, if you just search for how to make your own inserts. And I want to say it's probably about May of 2020. Okay, Hope asked a great question. Excuse me. Sorry, I just cleared my throat. I was right next to the microphone too. Sorry about that. Oh, perfect, Kathy. Thank you. Week 6. That's back when it's kind of like when you're pregnant. I'm not pregnant, but it's kind of like when you're pregnant and people are like, how far along are you? And you're like, oh, I'm 14 weeks. And then, you know, the baby's born and they're like, how old is the baby? Oh, 4 weeks. And then eventually you start to turn to months, and then eventually you start to turn to years. So that's way back in the early days when I was doing the not COVID videos. I don't want to say that. When I was doing our videos in the early stages of the C virus, I was labeling them week 1, week 2. But anyhow, week 6, 2020. Oh, goodness. Yes, Nancy. Oh, good. Nancy just popped on and she said, oh, how sweet. So Nancy C is the one who won. All right. So that was the third list. Now we're going to our first list for today. So our first list for today is what I love about Halloween. Now, I know that most countries in the world do not celebrate Halloween, right? Halloween, it's like, what? An excuse to eat candy and dress up. In the US, that's a holiday that is definitely celebrated. So if you do not celebrate Halloween, and you know, you could even live in the US and you don't celebrate Halloween. If you do not celebrate Halloween, just make your list, if you're listing with us, what I love about, and then whatever it is. It could be what you love about squirrels. It could what you love about crafting. It could be what you love about, well, probably not fall. Well, you could. Fall is our next list. So just what you love about anything. Disneyland, whatever it is. Hi, Lorraine. Hello from Pennsylvania. Okay. So first list, what I love about Halloween. I just really quick wanted to show this list from last year because I'm going to do kind of a take on this, but totally different. Last year, this was one of our lists about this time, and it was my favorite Halloween candy. And what I think, well, all the lists are fun. I think all of our lists are fun. But what I thought was really fun about this list was this little guy. And Karen says, nope, don't do Halloween. Yeah, I know lots of people don't do Halloween. So if you're listing and you don't do Halloween, just list something different. Maybe it's what you love about October candy, right? But anyhow, we made this little insert, this little tip in, and I made a pocket and saved, I Googled on the internet different Halloween candy that I liked, saved them as photos, printed them off, and actually tucked them into the pocket. So this little idea of having a page in between your list, oh my gosh, I'm so silly. That's actually for our next list. So hang tight on that one, ding-a-ling-lail. All right, hang tight on that one, but it goes with Halloween too. So we'll talk about that again in a second. Yeah. All right. So our first list, Halloween favorites. So I have pulled out a couple of different things. I pulled out some Carrie Bradford stamps that are Halloween themed. And then I pulled out lots of other things that I thought might work. And no Halloween for Denise either. All right. So I pulled out a couple of inks. I'm not sure yet if I know I'll at least stamp with those stamps on here, but I'm not sure if I'll do color yet. Some washi. But primarily, I am going to use the A Little Scary products or collection from Fancy Pants. Super cute. Oh my gosh, so cute. So those will go right there. See, on a little tray. So I'm going to try to keep things organized. I am going to use these. These are from Pretty Little Studio. Remember we talked about stitching and I do not sew on craft projects on paper. Well, these are fun. These are clear stickers. So it kind of still get a little bit the effect of sewing without sewing. I will work these little word strip stickers in. And there's more paper there's more of that A Little Scary collection. And then I thought maybe these guys. So that is what I am planning. The last few times, I think, I have been using the Florence alphabet. And Florence is from Bella Boulevard. And it is really, really, really fun and cute and kind of whimsical. I just brought in some new colors that I didn't have. I don't know why I didn't have them, because for some reason I didn't have them. So red. So if you guys like Florence, I've linked them in the description of the video. That's kind of really fun, whimsical sticker for new colors. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the black for my title. Now this is going to be totally different based on my little sketch over here. Yes, Dutch product from Studio Light. Yes, Studio Light. Studio Light, I carry some of their products, primarily their washi. They are a company out of the Netherlands. And I thought these were really fun because you guys know how much I love my word strip stickers. So another version of word strip stickers. All right. For my title, this is going to be very different than what I normally do. We're creatures of habit, right? Generally, when I do a 2-page spread, my title's always over here and it's always right here, right? It's always, if you look at my list, there's, that's that Florence alphabet. But if you go back and look through my lists, always left page, upper corner, up at the top, right? That's where all of my titles are. So I thought this time, I think I'm going to try to mix it up a bit. And then it might be fun to do my title on my 2-page spread down here. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I am going to be making my list directly on the insert. I will not be putting pattern paper down first, which most of the time lately I have been doing. Yes, the costume page. Wanda said she has to go through her old photos and pull out some favorites of kids in costumes. And that pertains back to one of our lists last week, which was our favorite Halloween costumes. And you know, what we do here, friends, we're crafting, we are memory keeping. Some of us are scrapbooking. And really, we're all scrapbooking. Whether or not you're adding photos, we are memory keeping. And even when I make a list of my favorite things about fall or what I love about Halloween, that's still memory keeping, right? This list, I'm not going to be adding any photos, but I'm still telling a story. And I'm telling a really cool story for maybe my kids down the road, or maybe if we ever have grandkids, my grandkids down the road. Be like, oh my gosh, look how fun. Those are some of the things that my mom or my grandma, maybe one day, loved about Halloween. Oh yeah, I remember that when she said that, when we used to do that as little kids. So we're telling stories. It's just maybe a little bit different way and a little bit different format than you may have done in the past, or it may be brand new for you. So Karen said, just realized I did 2-page spreads of favorite fall foods. You know what? Karen, you like fall food, so who cares? If you wanted to do your favorite fall foods the entire month of fall, we're playing too, right? That's a big thing that we're doing. We're playing. So you play. Diary, Denise, exactly. It's a diary. Definitely are about last month spreads. For me, this is totally a diary or a journal, right? It's just all the things, not all the things, but some things that happened in my life or in the world last month. Time capsule. Time capsule for sure. Okay, let's see. Favorite detectives. Okay, I missed something. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Favorite detectives. I won't go there because I don't know what we're talking about. All right, so title down here, what I love about Halloween. And I think I'm going to use black because I'm gonna have a lot going on. I'm planning a lot for this list. I'm gonna have a lot going on in here. So I think I want that to really stand out. It'll be black and it'll be nice and stand out. So when I am starting to put together a title, I always like to use my little ruler. I use a little 6-inch ruler. It's a little metal or steel ruler, nice and sturdy. It's compact, right? So if I want to throw it in my bag to work on something, I can take it with me. But I like to take my little tweezers because stickers are easier to handle that way. And I really use my ruler for two purposes. Number one, there's a line right here, so I can line up all of my letters. I can make sure that they're straight-ish, right? Straight-ish. That's one of the reasons. Now, some of you say, well, Lael, you're working in a lined traveler's notebook insert here, so why do you need to line them up? there's another reason as well. But we're not always working in a, a lined traveler's notebook. Sometimes we're working in one that has grids or dot or has, that's blank. So this is just kind of the first thing I always do, but there's another reason that I do this. So I'm just going to spell Halloween on my little ruler. And Denise just asked a great question. Denise said, I love the about last month. Are we doing one for 2022? So yes, we are, Denise. What Denise is talking about, the beginning of 2021, this year, I did a traveler's notebook kit. And it was a project kit, and it was called, I think, Year in Review. But it's based on that whole about last month concept. So it is a class, and then it comes with all the product. We basically get our traveler's notebook set up to do that type of documenting for the full year. So Year in Review, or about last month, whatever you want to call it. But yes, very much in the active process right now of designing that and sourcing products, designing a very custom exclusive stamp set to go with that or be part of the kit. But yes, we will be doing that and crossing fingers that maybe December. So stay tuned for that. Hi, Kim, live and direct from the eye doctor. Hopefully you didn't have your eyes dilated, because then it's, well, you could, but then it's a little bit harder, right? A little bit harder to see things. All right, so one thing I want to maybe think about, a label. This is my little collection of label stickers and die cuts. These are Pretty Little Studio. And you'll see them on my website if you search Pretty Little Studio. But this guy, so this was Indian Summer one. They're just pop-outs. They're little pop-out die cuts. This orange could be fun. You know how I like to use word strip stickers? Because they're usually a great filler. Well, sometimes labels right up there with a word strip sticker. Just a great filler, right? So let's see if that one will work its way into play here. So if that is maybe like that. And this, I don't want it to be, all right, let's just do this. Let's just do this. I don't want to waffle today, although we waffle a lot, right? It's just what we do. We waffle. I mean, we don't make waffles, but we waffle on what it is we think we might want to do, right? So what if this goes right here? This needs to move up. I'm not worried. I just tore off a little bit of the paper right there, but I'm not worried. Don't worry, because I will fix it. And this, I think, could go about right there. This is the other reason that I use a ruler. Because if I'm looking at where I want my title, do I want it here? Do I want it left justified? Do I want it right justified? Ooh, what if I did it along here? It's kind of fun to do a title along the side. Or in that it's now portable, right? My title is portable. I can be as wishy-washy as I want. I can waffle as much as I want and figure out exactly where I want it to go. So that is another reason why I like to use ruler. So I think let's have this be right about here, I think. And then I just press those little guys down and then gently lift the ruler away. So there we go. Exactly where I wanted it to be. Now let's take this part off. Like that. All right, now I need the what I love about. And I think on the what I love about, I am just going to use my, let's get these put away because things start to get really crazy. Let's write that. Oh, I know. And when I say what I love about Halloween, I want to use a heart for the love part, right? So for that, where are my trinket stickers? Ah, yes, here we go. The trinkets. Oh, I think, Oh yes, new trinket colors too. I know some of you guys, like me, love all the trinkets. These are just puppy stickers. The white is new, and this one, the ice and gulf. So 2 new colors. Oh yeah, we need an orange. We need to pop in a little, we need a little pop of orange. So we'll use one of these little hearts. Good assortment of color and shape and size. So anytime that I can incorporate something like that in my kind of generic stash of products, I think that's really good because, let's see, hang on. What I heart, okay. What I heart, let's see, which one we want to use? This guy? No, we need one that's a little bit bigger. Let's go with this guy. What I heart about Halloween, period. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to do this because, like I said, I'm going to try to turn over a new leaf. Yeah, right. We'll see how that goes. See, if I put it away instead of throw it on the floor, then it's much easier to clean up. And then the chances of me cleaning up are much greater, right? Okay. Love it. Okay, really quick. I just looked. Wanda said, I started doing my list in January and I'm now in my 3rd book. Love it, love it, love it, right? We get lots of these. Sandy, can we put in a pre-order for the 2022 kit? Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. And I will make it happen. Okay. So I know that I want to put washi down here, but I don't want to put washi down here yet until I kind of know what else is going to happen. So I want to use lots of pieces and parts. Die cuts, these, look at those puffies. Aren't those the cutest things ever? Then that's all from Little Scary, the Little Scary collection. So I also pulled, some of these guys. Now, I had used these on a list a long time ago. Try to get this open. These are little Pantone stickers, like little Pantone card sticker things. And I remembered that there were some oranges in here. So I thought I would see. And I also remember now that I used some of the oranges before. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna pull some of these blues out. It'll make sense in a second. There are blue accents in this collection. So maybe a blue, I don't know. That will probably be too far outside of my comfort zone. Oh, there's a good orange. Let's see. And I've used a bunch of the oranges already on a list. So normally there would be more oranges in here. But they're just fun little, like Pantone stickers. All right, so I pulled a couple of the blues and a couple of the oranges. Also, if you do Pantone colors, those are not really the real numbers. All right. Put these away on a little tray. Okay, what else? Oh, yes, these guys. These guys are new. So I brought these in the same time I brought in these little vintage fairy stickers that I used last week. I used one of those. So these are like vintage coupon ticket, all different kinds of just little stickers. And I did these. Let me just grab something really quick. I want to grab a little, here we go. If I try to put these on here, then they won't spread everywhere. See, it'll hopefully reduce. But as I look at, okay, so that could go. That might be a really good little filler. Ooh, you know what? Look at this. So when you look at the colors, that little ghost has a little bit of blue. So even that's something totally different. It's not Halloween, but as I start going through things, I'm looking for lots of fillers. So I'll look for things that I think maybe could work. And these are they're called vintage tickets and coupons, and they are linked. And there's some that are good size, right? So this guy is, what, about 2.5 inches? Some that are bigger, some that are smaller. Ooh, that's fun. No, there's no purple in what I'm using, but that is awesome. All right. Clearly what I've pulled out is not going to suffice for spreading out. Hang on for 1 second. There we go. As you are crafting, this is one of the things that I highly recommend that you grab. You grab something like this from the dollar store or go to your kitchen, grab a plate, grab a shoebox lid, something that makes it really easy to spread things out. So clearly there's a lot in here. My little heart tray wasn't gonna cut it. That could be a fun one too. Ooh, look at that. That's a good one too. And that's fun because it's vertical. But yeah, lots of just little fun things. Put your stuff on a tray. Then you can really spread it out, but it's contained, right? My friend Vicky likes to say contained funk. I say contained mess. So you can keep your mess contained, but still be able to kind of look at everything that way, right? All right, I think we have some good possibilities there. So let's now put that little tray away, right? Really easy to clean up. Well, not necessarily clean up, but just move off to the side. Hi, Mary. All right, so now I have lots of things to play with. And I'm just going to kind of start laying them out. And I will probably have to move some things around because some things may not fit where I want them to fit. That's a fun one. This is kind of good because it will tame down some of the colors maybe. My list is going to start here and then it's going to move its way over to here in between things. So I just need to kind of make some little grid. Oh, she needs to be on there, right? Well, she can't really be there. She can be there if I cut part of her off. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. There's some long words here. Maybe she goes up here. So I'm just kind of like piecing things in. I really like this one, this cinema ticket. And I feel like we might need one of these too. We need one of these guys for sure, right? Depends on what kind of little pumpkin. Ooh, that could be kind of fun, right? Because then we fill in, there's all this blank space right here in our calendar. This could go here. We talked before, actually, I'm gonna grab something. We talked before on, I think, 4th of July. We were doing a 4th of July list. I think favorite 4th of July memories. And I didn't really have any product that was themed 4th of July. So we talked about going through your stash. I'm just gonna put that there. That'll help to keep that open. We talked about going through your stash and finding things that would work for 4th of July that weren't 4th of July themed, right? So maybe you wanna do a list about Halloween, but you don't necessarily have any Halloween things. Well, find the colors, right? Do what we did here. Go and find your oranges, go and find things that have yellow, go and find things that have maybe a green or purple, and pull in some of those things because you can still get the look of whatever it is, Halloween or 4th of July or whatever, without having to have, hi Nick, without having to have necessarily the themed products. But I have the themed products because that's what I do. It's fun to me. How is the rain, Nick? Nick is golfing. How is the rain? Ooh, Lauren. Okay, love it. Lauren said I'm actually doing dark florals. And when you say that, this is instantly what I think. I think, it's funny. I think this, right? So dark floral. This is an old traveler's notebook. But this, like a dark floral like that, this totally, to me, has the vibe of Disneyland and the Haunted Mansion, right? So this is funny. I did not have this planned. It was just sitting there from when I cleaned up. But look it, I did use this traveler's notebook for a Halloween setup because it is kind of that dark floral. So that's another great suggestion that Lauren had. Doesn't even necessarily need to be colors. You can figure out how to get a theme out of a lot of different things. Even if you aren't even using colors, maybe you're just using words, right? Maybe you have some alphabet stickers and you're just pulling in your, wow, I'm having a struggle speaking. Even if you're just pulling the theme in by using words, like Halloween words. All right, so I just used for her a glue stick, or not a glue stick, but a glue pen. To me, if you're using die cuts in your traveler's notebook, or really in anything, a glue pen is a really good tool to have, just because when you're trying to get your adhesive to the really skinny parts, makes it a lot easier if you have a glue pen. All right, so that, oh, I didn't check to see Nick's answer. What did he say? A little golf, it is pouring rain now. Yeah, yeah. How's the mud? We were having a debate this morning. He's like, oh, it'll be fine. I'm like, the mud. And he goes, oh, no. It'll be fine. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. All right, so maybe that could go there. And I just want to tuck that in. I tucked it in a little bit under her hat. So let's do this. There we go. All righty. So now I have this little trapped white space right there, right? A little bit, I know, time to go to hole 19. Exactly, Sandy. It's time for the 19th hole. So I have this little trapped white space right there. So I need something right there. And let's see. I could do, this guy's too big. He doesn't fit there, but this guy may need to get used somewhere over here. We'll see. But maybe one of these little bat stickers. So, difference between die cuts and puffy stickers or stickers. And this is why I always carry both, and this is why generally I always use both. Scale, right? So, cute bat, if I only have the die cuts, well, it doesn't really fit there. But if I have my little stickers, then I can take one of these little bats and get it right in maybe like that. Okay, although still I need like a little teeny bat because I'm still a little big there, but that's okay. What if we did that? And then I'm going to go back to my trinkets. And the trinkets also have little stars on them. So I think if we did maybe a couple of different little stars here. Oh, it's toasty. It's toasty. So let's do that one. And then I think we'll do a yellow and a black. Hi, Ariel. First time catching live. Yay. Welcome. Glad you made it live. Glad you made it live. Oh, Sherry. Sherry, are you asking me? Is that a scrappy little reset? Is your name Sherry? Or are you asking a different Sherry? I'm not sure, so I will tell you. I think you're asking me. On my website and on my website. So it's lailbymail.com, and you will see both of those things linked in the description of the video. Towards the top, those are just the tools and supplies that I pretty much use no matter what kind of crafting I'm doing. Alrighty. So let's maybe put that little guy right there, and then I think we'll do a little black one. A little black one. Mary, Manchild is having an existential crisis. Right. Nick, I need you to come home and turn the fan on. Yeah, I know. Let's just do this. This little guy will go right there. So I filled the white space, right? And these aren't Halloween, right? These are just regular old stickers. All right, so let's hope that it is charged. Oh, all right. Bear with me a second. It's not. Never mind. My little face fan. Not charged. Nick needs to come home. Ay. He needs to come home. I need my Vanna. Vanna, fan me with palm fronds. Get my fan. All right, Vanna, as in Vanna White, you know, from Wheel of Fortune. And anytime you say Wheel of Fortune, you know what you have to do. Wheel of Fortune. Doot, 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 doot. Yep. All right. You have to make the sound effects. That will go there. So it's funny. I have a little section in one of my many washi drawers for Halloween. This was not in Halloween. This was actually thrown into Christmas. And when I was looking for the Halloween section, I opened the Christmas drawer and the birds were there. And I thought, oh, you know what? The birds are kind of Halloween-y, right? Hi, Ruth. Good evening. Yes, Ruth is our friend from the UK. One of our friends from the UK, I should say. So I thought, ooh, you know what? That could kind of be fun, right? With the birds, or maybe this one. This could be fun. The little spider web. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. I need to add washi here along the bottom just so I can know where my frame is a little bit. All right. All right, all right, all right. Karen said, have the bird washi. I've had it a long time and still have some. Yeah, there are some rolls, and it just depends on the manufacturer. Oh, golly. I'm trying to go too fast. There are some rolls of washi that have like a cajillion feet, right? And they just last forever. Others don't have as much. It just depends on the manufacturer. Did you notice how that kept happening? That it kept tearing and I didn't want it to tear. Sometimes you have to go slow, right? So if I go slow, then I shouldn't have that problem. But sometimes your washi is just done. It's like masking tape sometimes. You know how sometimes you have masking tape that just gets really yucky and brittle and you just have to throw it away? Sometimes that'll happen to your washi. And it's not how you store it, and it's not how old it is. Well, it's generally how old it is. Part of it, though, too, is the manufacturer. Sometimes they just don't last as long as maybe we'd like them to last. Some spiders eat birds. What? Some spiders. Yes, they could. Oh, see, same thing. I get going too fast, right? I get going too fast. So let's just slow it down. Slow it down. See, in this one, these birds could be like the Alfred Hitchcock, right? The crow? No, the crow? No. Oh, the crow. Okay, the crows. All right. Any of you Schitt's Creek fans? And then when I say the crow, you totally know what I mean. When Mora was in that movie, The Crows. So funny, The Crow. All right, so one thing I just did here, and I did this on purpose. Well, first of all, let me just snip this in between. That'll be a lot easier for it to lie flat, I guess. Okay, so I put the birds right there. I did the birds right there because it is transparent washi, right? So you can see how you see a little bit of the spider web below. But above, I didn't want my washi to run into the Halloween. I wanted a little bit of space. But actually, this washi does run into the Halloween. But you can't see that it does because it's transparent. So sometimes there's a method behind the madness of what we use, right? Other times not necessarily, but sometimes. All right, so let's see what else we want to use here. I really like this guy. This is going to be, at some point, I'll start making my list. Well, that could go there maybe. What if we started, then we're getting really blocky. I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. Maybe we need another big bat. Pull more of these guys out. Ooh, candy. This guy could end up going right there. And then he could bleed a little bit off the page. I like that little cluster. Let's commit. Let's commit. That's a good cluster, not a bad cluster. You know what I mean when I say bad cluster, right? I have a murder of crows. All right, yes, it's Schitt's Creek, that is. Oh, okay. So now this is sometimes we talk about different things while we're working, right? This hair needs to get out of the way. Oh, golly. So Nick and I have been watching a show called Succession. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. You think your family has issues, and I'm just saying that, you know, very, very generally, because all of our families have issues in one way or another, right? You think your family has issues? Holy cow. Succession. I don't even remember what it's on. I don't remember if it's on Netflix or what it is. But just know it is very, let's see. It's not for kids. It's a very, parts of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like blushing. Anyhow, it's quite good. But we just finished the last, well, not the last season, but we just finished the current. Ooh, yes, that's gonna go there. Oh, these are stickers, by the way. I can't remember if I said that. The second season. So we barely just started watching it, and maybe a couple weeks ago. And then I Googled it last night because the first, you know, it's done, but there's another season, cliffhanger, big time. And it starts again, I think, on like October 27th or October 17th, the third season. I'm like, yay. So, but yes, just remember, I have caveated that in that it is, holy cow, it is very colorful. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. So if you watch it and you're like, oh my gosh, horrified, well then just say don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, my list is going to start here. So we just need to kind of think what else we're doing. If that goes there, this little guy could go here maybe. We're gonna need one more thing to go right in there. So how about this maybe? No, it looks weird. No, it looks weird coming out of the bottom of the pumpkin. If you're going to use something like that, to me, it needs to like come off the top of the page. So it could come over here if I wanted, but it would go under that. So let's see what else could go over there. No, what about this? What about our little poison? I know when you think about it, Halloween is kind of weird, right? I mean, like skulls and ghosts and yeah, it's kind of weird. Pumpkin poop. Yes, that was pumpkin poop. Oh, Yellowstone. Yes, Nick started watching that. I haven't watched it, but I've heard that it's good. I've heard that Yellowstone is another one to watch. All right. Okay, you guys, rainy Saturday here in Utah. Where are you and what's the weather like where you are? And what do you have planned for today? Anything fun? Anything fun? All right. There, that's a good filler. I think I like the kitty right there. So I will get to the listing, friends. Those of you that are like, hello, I thought this was about making lists. It is, but it's also about playing, right? Well, let's be honest. It's also about being social because that's what we're doing. We're here being social. I am. I know that you guys do all kinds of things when I'm listing. You guys work, you craft on other projects, you clean the house, you drive. But it's just kind of, it's like I'm keeping you company. Or you're keeping me company too, right? That was definitely the early days of the C virus, right? Definitely the early days. We were like keeping each other company through this craziness, right? Southern California, Les. Hi, Leslie. Yes, sunny 72. It's always... Except this is Philadelphia. It's all, what do they say? It's always sunny in Philadelphia, whatever that thing is, but it's really always sunny in California, right? Even when it's like even when you have the, oh gosh, what is it called? Ooh, I want candy. That's a good one. Oh, I just got totally sidetracked. I don't even know what I was saying. Totally. No idea. Lauren, is it your birthday today? Yeah? Oh, the Santa Ana wins in Philly. Working in my planner. Love it. Southern Denise. Ooh, 56. Sunny but cool. Santa Ana wins. Northern Indiana. Beautiful. making Halloween cards here in rainy Orem. Hi, Diana and Orem. We are not too far apart from each other in our neck of the woods, are we? I like that there. This is this type of layout design, right? And we've never really done one like this, have we? Or I haven't. This is a good way to just kind of work through some of the extra pieces of product that you may still have left over of a collection. All right, so I still need some more things up in here. Where did that little, oh, I thought maybe one of these would work. A banner? No, now I'm getting, there's starting to be a lot of stuff now. No banner. Ghosty, yep, ghost will go there. Now, what I may end up doing is pulling in some things from where did I do with that? Oh, my legs are very, that's weird. My legs are stiff. I don't know what's wrong. I think I need some salt. They're very odd. All right. So I'm pulling in now some things from Spooky Nights from Simple Stories because I can mix collections, right? Oh, you know, I don't know. An RIP kind of that, I don't know. That one, I think I like Halloween, but then when you start to get to the tombstones, then I think it's like, oh, well, I don't know about that. So what else do we have? Spooky Nights. Ooh, okay. That. And then there was a fun little tree here. Yes, that's what I need. So, and I do realize the scale of the bat, and that's goodness, thank goodness there are not bats that large that are the size of a tree. Although this could be a bonsai, right? This could be a dead it's a dead bonsai tree because it's black. I said bonsai because it would be a smaller tree and then it would be more in scale of the bat, right? All right. Puffy stickers from Spooky Nights. So let's now take a look. So list is going to start over here. These will be good fillers. So what if maybe that little guy, he's going to start to go into the tree. And then we'll use these little, maybe a few more stars. Okay, it's time for listing. It is time. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I have a number of things on my list. Which hat on the ghost? Wait, what? I missed that. Hi, Lynette. I just saw, oh, Wanda and Lynette now are saying hello together. I get it, totally get it. Okay. Hi, Tam Can Create Tam Designs. Oh, I recognize your picture. Isn't that funny? Okay. I know some of you, your names are so different, but I recognize your picture from seeing you before. All right, so here we go. The things on my list are, hold on. There's one more thing I need to do. I need a little bit of a separator right here. So when I say a little bit of a separator, I need something like this, or I think I need a word strip. So let's look at the word strips. Oh, actually, no, this is what I need. My clear stitches, clear stickers. So let's look at these guys. I will use something here. Oh, you know what would be kind of fun? I think, now I could do this a couple of different ways. Wanda, shoot me an email and I can check for you. So you know how a lot of times X's get used in Halloween because they'll like put them in a skeleton's eyes because they're like dead, like sometimes in cartoony things, X's mean that someone has died. So I could use X's, right, and be kind of literal there. Lynette, I do, yes, these stitching stickers, I do. These are from Pretty Little Studio. I've linked them in the description of the video. If you guys could see all of the things that I have coming, well, still, there's a lot of things that are already here, but from Pretty Little Studio. So good. Oh, so exciting. All right, so I think I'm going to use this little guy. Those little X's, and that will just kind of help to serve to separate right there before I start my list. Okay, now I will start writing after I put these away. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to read that. Mary, that's hilarious. Mary said, I really should not laugh, but my neighbor came by to get her backup keys to the house. Her 2-year-old locked her out and then proceeded to take the sink sprayer and wash the kitchen. Oh, goodness. Kids, right? Gotta love them. I mean, really, you have to love them. Oh, look, this would have been cute. Really, you have to love them. No, they'll step away from the stickers. You have to love them, because if you don't, then I don't know what you'll do. You'll pull your hair out sometimes, right? Oh, goodness. And that, you just have to laugh. What do you do? I mean, you're your neighbor, you have to laugh. Okay, so now to my listing. I am going to be listing, well, there'll be more than one-liners, kind of. I'm gonna do this. Heart. The little trick or treaters in their costumes. They're so brave, knocking on the door. So cute and so thankful, right? They're always so thankful and polite. Thankful and, well, I shouldn't say always, but generally they're so thankful and polite, right? All right, so now what I need to do, I'm going to get out, oh my gosh, my legs, you guys, it's really weird. My legs are, I don't know, it's really weird. Something weird is going on. I don't know what it is, but it just, my legs feel very odd, like my calves. I'm not sure why. All right, so I pulled out an orange colored pencil. And I am going to test to see what this orange looks like, because my colored pencils are not swatched. Is that a good orange? Pretty much the same. This is no orange at all, even though it looks orange. It's pink. Okay. Interesting. My selection for colored pencils for orange, not too vast, even though I have many. That's a light orange. I think that's the first one, is it? All right, so let's now, I'm gonna messily kind of color that in, and I meant for it to be messy, all right? I wanted it to be messy. All right, there's my first one. The little trick-or-treaters in their costumes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, next up is going to be, oh, okay, so every year, this is the third year. How do I word this? The last 3 years I've taught at my friend Lizzie's, I'll say Lizzie Lou. My friend Lizzie Lou's Halloween themed retreat. I know some of you are there. That's how I know some of you. So fun to dress up, socialize, and enjoy all of Lizzie's yummy cooking. So my friend Lizzie does these scrapbooking retreats at a house. It's not her house. There is a scrapbook house. I can't remember what it's called. The Scrap Inn, maybe? In like a little bit north of San Diego, Fallbrook. I think it's called Fallbrook. Anyhow, that's where I will be next weekend. But it's super fun and I love it. Well, I love it for lots of different reasons, but one of the main reasons, well, I love it for lots of different reasons because I get to see people. I mean, it's very small. There's usually maybe like 20 people there, but it's in a house. So everybody stays there together. But I teach one class and I'm there. I leave on Thursday and I come home on Monday and I teach one class, like 1 3-hour class the whole time I'm there. So there's lots of, it's almost like a little vacation for me. And that's just one of my favorite parts about it. That's down the road from you. Oh yes, Kathy. Fallbrook. Okay, next one. Of course. How could I have a list of things I love about Halloween without, as much as I talk about this, you would think I have a problem mentioning the best Halloween candy. The candy corn. Yes, I love candy corn. I have not had any. I don't know if I will have any. I am not having sugar. Yeah, I'm not having sugar right now. And so Halloween, cotton candy is definitely, sorry, cotton candy. Hello, Lil. Candy corn is definitely sugar. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when I go to Lizzie's next week. All right, without the candy corn, because you gotta love the candy corn. Kathy in Temecula. Okay, Kathy, my grandparents used to live in Temecula. So I know Temecula. That's so fun. Yes, that is a beautiful area. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. So if you don't have, I use little heart stickers a lot, right? If you don't have heart stickers, we'll make your own, right? Get out a colored pencil or a pen and do what I'm doing. Okay, next up. Although I absolutely loved scary movies when I was in high school. Scary movies are something I do not love about Halloween, right? So yes, I know this is a list about things I love about Halloween, but I can also say things I don't love, right? What's on your list, you guys? Even if you're not listing, what would be on your list? Things that you love about Halloween. All right. So I have a space right there, and I didn't want to start a new heart right there. And I remember before I was going to these. I haven't used any of these yet. So let's see. What I think is fun about these are totally different type of word strip stickers than I normally use, because look at all of like the different fonts and the different sizes. The like Big Better Best Craftomania, that font is really fun, right? Oh, perfect. Look at this. Love More, Fear Less. So one thing I want to look at, I'm not sure. I know the Tim Holtz stickers. Oh, yes. Okay. I was going to say, I know the Tim Holtz stickers have the same stickers in the black and the white, so I wanted to see. The Love More, Fear Less is definitely in the black and the white. But I am actually now, I think I want to do the white. Because Love More, Fear Less is kind of fun for what we're doing here, right? Because it kind of ties into Halloween. And ties into scary movies, for sure. Love More, Fear Less. Better not do that. I'm going to end up with trapped white space there. When I say trapped white space, that's what I mean. See that little spot right there? It's trapped. And sometimes you look at something and you're like, something's wrong. Something doesn't look right with what I did. Sometimes trapped white space is part of the issue. All right, but now I still have that little thing. So I need to put something there. What if we do like this little guy? A little spider. There we go. All right, next up. Ruth, but I do love the fun, cute Halloween films. I'm a scaredy cat. So this is fun. This is actually one of the things on my list. This is one of the things I love about Halloween, and it is a movie, but it is not a scary one. It's a fun, cute one. The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown TV show, movie. I guess I'll just call it a movie. I love that. That is such a fun memory. I love that from being a little kid, right? The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And they usually play it. They usually have it on TV every year, right? All right. Now what I need to do though, because I'm going to have a little bit more. Let's see. I don't know yet. All right. I'll come back to that thought in a second. We don't do them anymore. But my mother-in-law, Grandma C's annual Halloween party with all the food, fun, and games. So Nick's mom, the whole time the kids were growing up, had a Halloween party for all the grandkids and always did the same fun activities and the same fun food and pumpkin carving, and so cute. But now all the kids are grown, so we haven't done that in a couple of years, but that was always really fun. All right, so now I need just one more little thing right here, right? I need one more little thing right here, and so my list came all the way down to here, and now it's hard to really see what I heard about Halloween. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take my little orange pencil and just kind of outline those letters. So they will pop a little bit more from there. Now we can kind of see that a little bit more. Can you guys see that? I'll pull that up because it might be a little bit harder to see. Hi, Terry. See how I just add a little bit of orange around those letters. So now it stands out a little bit more from my list. All right, so I just need one more little thing here. So what's it going to be? Oh, this could be fun, maybe. Ooh. Oh, that little house is sure cute. Let's see what our house looks like. If that house was there. Yeah, that's cute. Our little mini haunted house. Alrighty, there we go. There is our first list. Now, I need to date this somewhere. All right, so I have a little bit of space up here. I am going to come in with my little tiny date roller stamp. Nancy, we have a family pumpkin carving contest party each year. You would not believe the fabulous pumpkins. Plenty to scrap. Oh, I bet that, right? I bet. Laura said, love the pencil trick. Colored pencils, and you can probably find colored pencils at the dollar store. I am not picky about colored pencils because I don't use them for art, right? I just use them for things like that. So I have a lot because I like colored pencils. A lot. I have a lot of colored pencils, right? They just keep going. So, but that's kind of a fun trick, and it's a pretty inexpensive one. Or even if you go to like Walmart or something like that, you could buy, you know, some really inexpensive kids colored pencils just to kind of play with. All right, date. I was going to put the date up here. So really small. This would be October 9th. And that should be able to just go right there. Now, the question is, maybe we'll do it in orange. Let's see. Where is my little stamping book? Oh, I had it a minute ago. We're trying to be all organized. Oh yeah, there it is. It was just hiding. All right. Nancy, you're so sweet. Thank you. It's just fun, right? We're just having fun. We are having fun. All right, so now here's the other thing. Those of you that are like, yeah, I like all this list stuff, but I don't really do that. I'm a scrapbooker, right? Well, guess what? Something like this. Yeah, let's do orange. That's a good orange. Something like this, you could totally translate into a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, right? Or into a double page spread. Just do the same thing. Start getting out your different things, your different embellishments, put them in places, and then you can add journaling or add your photos because you have more room to work in, right? All right, and no photos, right? This one doesn't have any photos. If I wanted, I could have added photos because I have lots of photos from different Halloweens. There we go. There's just my little guy. And then I feel like we need one more little thing next to him because he's kind of lonely. That little date is a little bit lonely. So let's find a little something, probably in here. Oh yeah, we'll just take a little black puffy. And that can maybe go right there. Nope, because I have all those other little stars right there. So I'm going to go to the trinkets. Sherry said, I scrapbooked for years and now I'm journaling in a traveler's notebook. Problem is I write about my pics, love looking at them, but the inserts fill up and I have to take them out. How do you manage this? So I think maybe what you're saying is you have your traveler's notebook like this. And then the inserts, you have all of your inserts in here and the inserts start to fill up and then you need to take an insert out and put a new one in. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Nancy, you're negotiating a pontoon purchase. Aha. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I know. I got totally sidetracked for a minute because what I was doing, I was going to get one of these out. I needed a color, so I think we'll go back to orange and, oh no, we'll do yellow because I have orange right there. I want just a little tiny yellow heart. So how about if we do like this one? Right there. Yep, okay, cute. All right, that was, you guys, that was definitely out of my comfort zone. I mean, not putting a heart there because that's my comfort zone. But totally, this is a totally different list than I've ever done, right? In terms of how it's laid out. My title is all the way down here. I never do that. And then I have stuff everywhere. So generally, when I am making a list, most of them are pretty clean, right? This is not clean at all. It's dirty, but in a good dirty kind of way, right? A PG dirty kind of way. Yeah, so sometimes we just have to mix things up a bit. So I'm just going to very quickly, this is all Spooky Nights. It's all going back in that pouch. That will go down there. And then this is all, see, I didn't even use any of the cute paper. This is, let's just look really quick before I put it away. Paper from this collection I've been using, a little scary. What's fun about Fancy Pants, so the Fancy Pants collections, they're paper pads of 24 sheets, but there are 4 sheets of each pattern, and they're double-sided, except this one, I don't know why that's not double-sided, but anyhow, Look how fun that is, like the little cable knit sweater. Just cute, really cute collection. All right, so let's put that one away now. We need a new one of these. Sandy, I love it. And that's what she would say, right? She'd sing it. I love it. Yes, I think I tend to sing, but not really, because I can't sing. Well, I can, I shouldn't. How about that? Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? Don't they say that somewhere? Oh, look at all these I didn't use. That's right. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I can sing, but I shouldn't. All right, those go back on the tray. All right, we're just going to take just a few minutes to clean up because then I'll be so happy later. I have a lot of designing and instruction to do tomorrow to finish up the my Magic Disney Memories kit. So while I'm putting away really quick, those of you that related to Halloween, but not what we're doing. Oh, look I totally forgot those. Oh well, I'll use those for something else. Totally forgot to use those. Those of you that are waiting for the email about the class for the Boo mini book project kit, that will come out tomorrow. I had a new phone. I bought a new phone. It took forever to get here. And the way that YouTube works is you need to, where'd those go? You need to schedule the class, the YouTube video, using the phone that you're going to be filming from. And so I could not, anyhow, long story, but it's coming. Just know, don't stress, don't panic. Don't panic. My friend Karen always says, don't panic, nobody panic, let's not panic. All right, I am going to move all of these. Oh yeah, I have all these ideas of things I'm going to use and then I don't. Alrighty, away. We'll put these out to the side. Look we're nice and clean. Isn't that so much easier when it's nice and clean and we're ready for the next one? So thank you for indulging me in doing that. All right, list two. List two is fall favorites. Okay, so this one, I have an idea. And the idea is coming from two different places. Number one, it is coming from, did I put that away already? Look at me go, I'm already putting things away that I don't need to put away. The list I showed at the beginning, the Halloween candy list. Oh, this one. So a little bit based on this idea of having something inside, but it's going to be different. There is going to be really this is going to be a 2.5 page list. But instead of doing this, instead of creating a tip-in for this, I'm actually going to cut part of the page off. So it's a mashup between that and then an idea I saw someone do on Instagram. I don't know her. I wrote it down. Bambi Deer, Bambidearr. I saw she had done something like this and I'm like, ooh, that would be perfect. I love that idea. So that's what I'm going to do. The collection I'm using for this list is Bungalow Lane. So some of you have been waiting a really long time for the washi to come in. It finally came in this week. So this is a Paige Evans collection, Bungalow Lane. It is linked in the description of the video. 2.5 page list. So the half page, this is what I am planning on doing. I'm going to cut this page. So I need a longer ruler. We're doing some different things today. Sometimes it's fun to mix things up. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, yeah, I'm missing all kinds of things. So when I try to go back and look and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, it doesn't work so well. All right, so I think if we do, turn it over so we're not talking centimeters. I think I better have a 2. Let's do 2.5. So I am going to make a mark at 2.5, which is halfway across the page. My inserts are 5 inches wide, and then I will draw a little line right there. And then I'm going to get out a longer pair of scissors than my littles. And I'm going to cut this page. We actually did a little bit of a version of this. Let me see. This one? No. Oh, yes. So we did something kind of similar. The very beginning of the year, this year, I cut and then had a little card that was hanging off of the side. So this will be similar. We're cutting, but there's going to be lots of things hanging off the side. And we'll get that straight-ish, right? Doesn't have to be perfectly straight because there's going to be lots of things hanging off. All right, there we go. My little side page. Karen says, I love singing most in my car and don't give a flip what anyone thinks if they see me. I agree. Carolyn, did you have a question? You've got your little emoji with the hand up. Yes, Carolyn. You have 2 hands up. Hopefully you're not at a hold up with 2 hands up. Okay. Okay. I'll keep watching if you have a question. All right. So I have the stickers. Okay. Stickers, washi, and the pattern paper. So I want to have, ooh, that could be fun. So my list, I'll be making the list over on this side. I'll be doing decoration over here. And then I'm going to have a bunch of things that hang off this centerpiece. Oh, I got it. You're just waving. That's funny. Okay, no question, just waving. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 different pattern papers from the pad. So let's open up. Oh, I loved these. See, these Bungalow Lane is kind of a fall collection, but then kind of a lot of other things too. I love like this color palette for fall, just because it's kind of different. So what do I want to use? Maybe that guy. This I love because that's my favorite color combination, navy and pink. All right, let's see. I think this one could be fun. This kind of quilted look. Yeah, that'll be better than this guy. Maybe this one. Oh, maybe this one. We'll see, because I'm going to end up with a, oh, golly. All right, well, that's just like, well, maybe this one. Oh, wait, I like that one. Oh, wait, I like that one. So pages, different American Crafts designers do their pads differently. Paige does hers. There are 36. Yeah, 36 sheets, single-sided, and there are no duplicates of the pattern. Vicki does hers double-sided, but I don't remember if Vicki's are duplicates or not. Simple Stories, 24, double-sided, 2 sheets each of 12 different designs. All right, so I need, those could work over here. This, oh, we need to work this up. That one could work over here. That. All right, I need to just pop these off the top. Hi, Corey Grant. Nancy's like, yikes, I don't know about that. So here's the thing, Nancy, you cut a page like that. If it doesn't work out, then you can just cut the whole thing out, right? You wouldn't really notice. But yes, cutting the page, that just gives a little bit more room to play, right? Now, for me, not more room to list because I already know my list is just going to be on one page, but just a little bit more room to play. Because that's what we like to do, play. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Pink, ooh, I like that. Okay, all right, and then this could be, I really like this one though. Okay, here, there we go. So I'll just do this over here, and then I moved this into this side. There we go. Those are the papers I'm going to use. You're like, holy cow, that's a lot of papers, but not really, because I'm just going to be using little strips of some of the papers. All right, so let's go ahead and get this down over here, because I need to have that there before this starts to happen. All right, trimmer. Oh, I didn't, where is that? Oh, yes. Hold on, I just have to get it because it's off to the side. It was hidden. It's in hiding. All right, I need a banana. I think that's what I need. I need potassium. Nick, bring me a banana. Vanna, my Vanna White. Run to the store and bring me a banana. All right. So my inserts are 5 by 8.25. My paper is 6 by 8. So I usually, when I'm making a little border like that, cut this down to 4.75. And then that just sits right there, nice and clean. We'll round the corners. Mary said they're making paper pads 4 by 8 for slimline. Oh, that's good. Yes. So that's really good if you use a standard insert. So standard insert is that. Standard wide is this. So 5 by 8.25. Standard is 4.33 by 8.25. So a 4 by 8 would work really well for this. For me, with the standard wide, I like to use a 6 by 8 paper just because 4 then is really narrower than I want the pattern paper to be for the width of my page. But absolutely, yeah. And you can find, I mean, we're really repurposing, right? Nobody invented a 6 by 8 paper pad to be used in Traveler's Notebook specifically, but we use it for that. I use it for that. Same thing. Slimline card pad could be for card making, but also could be Traveler's Notebook. All right, there we go. And then I'll do my list on top of that. Now, this guy. I think first, though, I need to do over here. So let's get that done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 5 strips. I'm going to get, let me grab this out again. Hi, Lavon. Okay, yes, it is a beautiful collection. It is so pretty. All right, so cut that off, and I need 1.5 inches. Let's see. 1.5 inch strip? Nope. 1.25 inches? Maybe. So I'll cut them at 1.25 inches, and then if I need to go thinner, I can go thinner. Because you can't add more back on, right? Actually, 1.25 inches. Wait, what did I say? 1.25 inches? Yes, 1.25 inches. So, if I do 1.25 inches, that would be 6 3/4. It's much easier to cut it this way than trying to cut it the other way, right? There we go. 1, 2. What I mean by that is if I'm trying to do 1.25 inches right here, I don't have very much space here to be able to hold on to something. So if I do this and cut it from that way, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, oh, this one I love. Oh, I'm so excited. So while I'm just cutting, I'll tell you. This paper reminds me of this. My friend Karen and I, a couple of weeks ago, well, beginning of September, went to something here in Utah called Swiss Days. And it's just this fun outdoor boutique-y, well, there's all kinds of things, but it's celebrating the Swiss community up in this town called Midway. We're standing in line to get a scone because they make the most amazing scones. Nancy, I'll answer you in 1 sec. and we're standing in line, and there's this lady with the most beautiful shirt on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that shirt. And then so she was kind of next to me in line, and I said, I love your shirt. And I was gonna, you know how when you're like, ooh, should I ask where she got it or not? And she goes, oh, thank you. I got it Anthropologie. I'm like, oh, thank you. So we're in line for like 10 minutes. I'm trying to find this shirt on Anthropologie. Can't find it. Get home and finally find it. Sold out. Call the store. No, I'm sorry, sold out. Like, gosh dang it. So something made me the other day go back online and check again, and they had it in. The whole reason I bring that up, it is these two colors. It is that pink, and then it's actually not quite as yellow mustardy. It's a little bit more on the tanner side. Oh, it's supposed to be here any day. And then I'll wear it, and then you guys can see. Nancy said, do you have this planned out before class or doing off the cuff? So here's the thing, Nancy. I have to plan before class. If I don't, it'd be a blank show. It'd be a mess. I'd be like, should I do this or that or whatever? So this is what I do. Ahead of time, I know what lists I'm doing, what's going on my list. I even have made sketches of what I want to do. Yes. Let's see. Hang on. What did I miss? I missed something else. Lavon said Hobby Lobby doesn't have 6x8. Yeah, probably not. Well, you looked. Definitely not. Okay. So I'm going to do title up here, fall favorites, but I'm going to use these little guys. Oh yeah, these are going to be too big. I should have done that before. Sorry about that. They're still too wide. They need to be an inch. What notebook? Me? I don't know. I missed something. I'm not sure what we're talking about now. So ask again, because I don't know if we're talking to me or not. Hi, honey.
Hi.
You gave up?
Yeah.
You gave up on the rain?
Mostly frozen.
Mostly frozen. Well, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Guess what? Just let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
He doesn't get that. You guys got that reference, right? I don't know if you can hear Nick. Nick said, I'm mostly frozen. And then I said, let it go. Let it go. Oh, Mary, that is, I just invented it. It is, I made it. I made it. If you go back when we're done and watch the beginning of the video, I talk about what I did and what's in it. Because I need to do that every time that we do this, I have to do the same thing. I have to capture the same information. I make my sketches. I have to figure out what list I'm going to do and all of that. So a couple weeks ago, I'm like, duh, why don't I have something that I can just every time have a template? And so I made a template. And then I decided what else I wanted to go in there. And then I took it to FedEx Kinko's and had them bind it all. And yeah, that's what I use. Okay, there we go. Thinner strips. Thinner strips. Oh yeah, Nick, I need a fan and a banana. He's like, what? Excuse me? He already thinks I'm so weird, so it's okay. Nothing new there. Alrighty, so I'm going to do strips like this. And we did this one time before. Kind of. So, wow, that is totally not straight. Hang on. This is the reason why you want to try to get your measurement right the first time, because then when you start getting little tiny pieces like this, it gets a lot harder for them to be straight. Because it's hard to hold on to like that. But that's why I'm using the little trimmer instead. More manageable when I'm doing something like that. Okay. Yes, Frozen. Yeah, the movie Frozen. He totally didn't get that. And I've never seen the movie Frozen. All right, which order do I want these to go in? I think we need to get a blue up here. And then that maybe, then that. No, this can't go to the bottom because that's really bottom heavy then. What if we do like this? All right, so now what I need is I need a title. And I think for the title, I am going to, oh, I know what I want to use. Okay. I am going to pull out, I was not going to stamp. I thought about stamping there for about 2 seconds and I'm not going to stamp. So I am going to, there we go, scrapbook.com sticker book. This one is the charcoal blush and rose gold. Because I want these stickers, that color. So I know so far it doesn't look a lot like fall, does it? But it is in my book. Fall favorites. So just thinking for a minute. All right, sorry, just thinking for a moment. Now, there are also, are there uppercase? There are. No, I don't want to do, okay. Where'd my ruler go? Where did it go? I didn't put it away. That's what happens when we don't put away. Scissors, we might as well put those away. Oh yes, all favorites. Crispiness in the air and someone's fireplace. Crispiness in the air. Yep, that is definitely one of the things on my list. Now, we did a fall favorites list last year. And there's no rule that says you can't do a list more than once, right? Hang on. Now I'm digging for a backup ruler. A backup small ruler. Why? You guys hear that? In that drawer. Where did the ruler go? Do you guys see it? Do you see the ruler? Sometimes you guys can see it and I can't. Oh, there it is. I put it away. Put it away where it belongs. Nick always says that to me. You can't find it? Well, did you put it away where it belongs? Yeah, I'm like, you just go away. You just go away. All right, so I think, see, fall is going to be really small this way. But then fall favorites will be too long. So let's just see. Same ruler trick. Oh, that nail. Oh, my poor nails. Okay. Keep going. Fall. Oh, maybe it won't be too long. Maybe let's just see if both of these are fall favorites. Because fall, oh, there's plenty of room for favorites. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Paula, we are Paula, first I better ask, Paula, have you joined us before? I know we have several Paulas, so first respond and let me know if you've joined us before, because then I know how to answer that question. Because if you have not, then I need to give a little bit more explanation. You have, okay, so we're listing. This list is fall favorites. We just finished up our first list, and that was things I love about Halloween. So this is a fall favorites list, and so far I've cut this little page inside, and we're gonna do something fun with that. Now you're caught up. Did I answer? Did I cover your question? Oh, okay. Now while I'm doing this, this just popped into my head. Have you guys heard of it's like all the rage right now, the show on Netflix called Squid Games? Squid Games? Oh, Paula, you're good, hun. You're still working on the first list. Nope, it's all good. It is all good. Squid Games. I have not watched it. We have not watched it, but it is like all the rage. I think with the kids. Well, it's not a kid show. I mean, probably like my kids, like, 21, 20s, early 20s age. Fall, oh, S, we need an S, fall favorite. It's more than one favorite, it's favorites. Gotta make that a plural. Fall favorites. All right, so this can go, how about if it goes right about here? And then again, I can move it all around, and here I can decide where it is centered-ish, right? Centered-ish. Ish is important when we're working. Ish. Can't stress too much if things aren't quite centered or not quite straight, right? Life's too short to get stressed over that. And then gently, I have to be a little more gentle with these because these are paper stickers as opposed to the cardstock stickers that I used before. And they're just different. Different manufacturers make things differently. And paper stickers have to work with a little bit differently than a cardstock sticker. There we go, fall favorites. Okay, so now we're done with these. Let's put these away. Remember, we're indulging me so I can clean up as we go. Hi, Christina, just woke up in New Zealand. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Oh, that reminds me. So Jack is our older son. He is almost 24. He was our first. And I used to sing him a little song when he was a baby that I made up. And I would say, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, baby Jack. Good morning to you. So that just reminded me when I said good morning to Christina, it reminded me of that. Oh, dang it. Okay, where did the last strip go? There it is. All right, I think the strips are going to be like that, although I don't want those two. That can't be at the bottom. We talked about that before. It can't be too bottom heavy. I think that's probably about where I had it. All right, so now this side of the list is just purely going to be decorative. All right, let me look at my little picture. So this guy, oh, I need some little pieces, little stickers or something. Let's look, not these big ones, because I'm doing something fun with the big ones. Ah, this is what I want. So this is from the Bungalow Lane sticker book. Again, difference between sticker and die cuts, obviously besides the material, card, paper and then paper sticker. The scale. So I need little pieces. I need little leaves, and getting those from the sticker book is perfect. All right, so this guy, I think, wants to be about, let's start with this long. And I want this one. We'll go right about here. Needs to come over more. All right, now we'll get our, actually, I'm going to use adhesive to my tape runner, but I want to give a little bit of extra reinforcement right there at the end with my glue pen, just because it's starting to go into the center, right? You've got that bump, and I want that to stick. I don't want it to lift right there. So that's why I add a little bit more enforcement with my little glue pen. And hold that down for a second. Hi, Ariana. Yay, Ariana, we haven't seen you in a while, I think, right? You're busy with school, I bet, huh? Busy with school and all the things that young kids do, right? Ariana is our 14, right? Our 14-year-old lister that joins us, which I just love so much. All right, so this guy will be like this. We've done something similar to this. Some of you guys may have recognized part of this design from a prior list that we did. So this guy, I just did a little notch right there. This is a fun way to use up some of your extra bits of pattern paper and things, right? You just have bits and scraps. Give a little bit more enforcement again right there, but then also in those little points. Like so. And then we will do another one that is going to go like this, basically the same thing, but we'll do this little notch here. Oops. Okay, so this guy will cut off about there. And it's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, right? Did I see that? Hold on. Planning for your birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Is today your birthday? Oh, I get it. You're not making plans for your birthday. You are planning today. You are planning. I understand that. Happy birthday. All right, there we go, and hold that one down. So see why I put that little extra right there? Because see how it's like totally like going over into the inside? So a little bit more adhesive right there. Birthday twins, yes, with, you said Kevin Costner, right? Kevin Costner, is that right? I think that's what you said, Kevin Costner. Okay, so then we have this guy. This guy is going to go right here. I'm gonna say about right there. I'm probably gonna regret that I just cut that because I'm probably not ready yet for that to be cut, but that's okay. Because I don't really know if that was the right length. I also didn't measure to see how much room I have. All right, so now we want another one of our little leafy leaves. That. And we have one more. One more. And that's this guy. Yes, so I actually have a little bit more room, but that's okay. And then we're gonna do another one of these. And that guy can go right about here. Cut this off right there. All right. What else do you have planned, Ariana, for your birthday? And Lauren, what else do you have planned for your birthday, Lauren? Something fun, I hope. And you know what? It doesn't have to be anything big, right? Sometimes it's just saying, it's my birthday, and I'm going to do whatever I want. If I decide I want to sit on the couch all day and binge watch a show, I'm going to do it. Or if I want to eat whatever I want today, right? It's my birthday, I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna have cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're having a birthday party. Oh, fun, 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 fun. Alrighty. Now what we need to do, I need to do some outlining here, right? Because can't do it without the outlining. Always have to have the outlining. Like that. And a little bit more like this. And a little like that. All right, well, I'm outlining. So, a couple things. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're still hanging around, I assume that you're happy here. And I know sometimes you forget, but super important. It's super important for all of those of us that do things like this on YouTube or social media or whatever it is, that thumbs up, because that helps other people find us. And that's how some of you have found us, right? Because YouTube or whatever the social media is says, oh, look at, people like that. People are interacting. People are leaving comments. People are chatting. This must be a good thing. So when someone, in this example, is looking for YouTube videos about traveler's notebooks, we should suggest these, right? So thumbs up is super important. If you would, I would love it. All right, next up, I need to outline this. So sometimes, especially me, I like a lot of white space. I like a lot of white. That's more my style than like Vicky, mixed media. What she does is gorgeous, but I'm definitely like a clean white. That sounds funny. I'm a clean white person. That's not what I mean. I mean that I like a lot of white. But I like a lot of pattern too. So this way, making little strips like this is an easy way to get in your pattern and your color, but still staying true to your kind of side with all the white. Retirement. There you go, Lavon. Perfect. Yep, you're right. The retirement does have its privileges, but you know what? You worked for that, right? You worked for that. You deserve it, right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. This part. Now, I've had you waiting with bated breath for this part. So, having this middle page, we talked about a few minutes ago, kind of like the pocket that we did in the favorite Halloween candy that I showed, but also kind of like the half page that we did the start of the year. So what I thought would be kind of fun here would be to take a bunch of these die cuts and actually, I think I can end up making this shorter or less wide. So the die cuts, these are die cuts from Bungalow Lane. And I am looking for the more fall oriented ones, right? So probably more leaves, This to me is like a little bit more summery, so I don't want to quite go with that, but that's more fall looking. Leaves, that could work in. What's fun about this collection, we talked about this before, I used a little bit of it before. It kind of has a little bit of a split personality in that it has lots of fall colors and leaves, but then it also has some of these flowers that are very much more summery looking. So this part of what I'm doing, I mentioned I saw something on Instagram that someone had done, and she had used a bunch of these, and I thought, oh, this could be really fun. So that's what we're doing. All right, pulled out, there's a ton of things in here, a ton, right? And I think I may just stick with leaves instead of doing the, so maybe we'll just stick with leaves and no flowers, because there's a lot. Alrighty, now this I think is wider than I want. I'm not opposed to having a little bit of white showing, but I think it's going to be too wide. That's easy. We just cut again. I can always take it away, but I can never add it, right? The only thing that works is with weight. You can take it away and you can add it. You can always cut your hair shorter, but you can never make it, well, yeah, that's not true actually. You can make it longer if you've got extensions, but once it's done, it's kind of done, right? All right, let's try, I'm gonna try 1 1/4. If I try 1 1/4, that still gives me plenty to hold on to. Yeah, I think we're okay. Vicky! Hi, Vicky, my friend Vicky. Lots of you guys know Vicky. If you are new or you don't know Vicky, you should. She's awesome. If you like me, I should say, if you like me, you'll like Vicky, because we're very much alike. We are, like, what do they say? Sisters from another mister or mother or whatever, whatever they say. Yes, we're very similar. Although our difference, Vicky, I was talking about you just a minute ago about how I like a lot of white and clean space, and you like a lot of mixed media and contained funk, as Vicky says it, contained funk. All right, there we go. So now we have our hanger on her. Love that blue. So we'll just need to orient these. Maybe that guy needs to be on top. And then what I'm going to have to do is on the back side also do the same thing, right? I'll need to add leaves to the back side, or else you'll just have a bunch of white on the back, and that will look funny. We can get a little green in there. Maybe this green can go up here, tucked underneath. Ooh, no. Okay, here's the deal. This does not work for me, that little leaf right there. Do you know why? It looks like it's flipping off whatever is above it. So just because it's the only little part you can kind of see there. So no flipping off in the book. Let's just refrain from that. I mean, nothing wrong with flipping off because, yeah. I was going to say I do it all the time, but not really. But there's nothing wrong with flipping off. We just don't want to flip off in our traveler's notebook, right? We don't want to do it that way. All right, so let's see. Maybe we need to get a blue in there. Oh, but, you know what I can do? If I cut part of this off, that would work. Or maybe this guy comes in again. That's our flipper offer. Oh, no, it's not. It's just a different color flipper offer. Maybe this one. All right, this was the color combination of the shirt that I bought that's coming, kind of between that color and that color. If you were with me before and you're like, what is she talking about? Okay, let's do this. This needs to go right here. And so right now I only want to do my adhesive on the left side, right? Only adhesive on the left side. Ooh, stuck. Oh yes. Vicky, does somebody mention something about, Nancy. Vicky does Friday Night Lives on YouTube and Facebook. Really cool. Like, oh my gosh, art with lots of mixed media, and yes, it's very cool. Sometimes I will remember we talked about before, sometimes you may not even be listing, but you are just tuning in because you're just hanging out and being social and you have somebody to keep you company. Sometimes that's what I do with Vicky's things. If I'm working on a Friday night and I am, hang on. So this needs to be on this side. If I'm working on a Friday night and getting things ready for today, you know, for Saturdays, I'll just turn Vicky. Oh, don't say that. I will I'll turn Vicky on YouTube or Facebook and then just listen and, you know, watch what she does as I'm working, just because it's kind of a fun, you know, distraction from what I'm doing. And she just keeps me company. So yeah, you can find, well, yeah, if you click on her little name in the chat, or you can find her on YouTube or Facebook. Vicky Booten. Yeah, I know, Nancy. Nancy said, Lael, you cracked me up, or you make me laugh. Didn't see the flip off until you mentioned it. Yeah, this is when I kind of, that's just things, I think what I say, which sometimes is dangerous, right? I think what I say, and no, I say what I think. Oh, Lordy. I say what I think. How about that? Yeah, something did not work there. Yes, you know what I mean. All right, there we go. So we're almost there with our little in-betweener like this. This needs to be something bigger. Maybe this guy. No, oh, maybe this one. It's like I need something. I kind of made it too narrow. I went too narrow. I went too skinny, friends. That's something you never ever hear me come out of my mouth. I went too skinny, although I did once, but not really. I needed to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. This guy, we'll just add a few more layers. We'll just add a few more layers here. That one, and there's a little bit of white. That's okay. It's unavoidable. We're just going to have a little bit of white there. Maybe we finish off with a little blue. This blue, I think, is really fun in the, like a fall collection, right? Because it's not your traditional, oh yeah, I'm okay. It's not your traditional fall color. But it is when you make that brown against it. All right, there's our front of our little flip. Okay. Now I need to trim off, yeah, yikes. That's okay, something will go on top of that. I need to trim off part of this. The stem, no stem. And this could probably just stick out of the top. No, that looks like a weird little nubbin. We don't want that. Okay, there we go. So now on the back side, we need to be a little bit strategic about what we're adding to the back side, because we don't really want anything to stick above it. But look at that. See how that works there? Can you see? Let me get a piece of paper so this would be obvious. Here we go. Do you see how this now has a white outline behind it? Because the way I placed it, you're seeing the white of the back side of the other leaf. So that works. I don't have to exactly match it up, right? Put the date in white. Huh? I missed something. All right. You need to hear about the top. My top? My top is Zulily. It is from Zulily. I don't know, a couple months ago. Is that what you mean about my top? About the top I'm wearing? And if not, just say yes. Yes, Karen, leaves on both sides. Yeah. Okay. And the white, I understand, Karen, that's a great idea. I understand now. I understand. When you said the white, I thought you meant like use white ink or something. That's why I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. All right, more leaves, more leaves. Ooh, there we go. Look at, okay, see, so we're gonna have a little bit more of that white outlining from the leaf that is from the other side. What just popped into my head? I don't know where I was or what we were talking about. Oh, I know. I was at Bunko the other night in my neighborhood, and somehow somebody said something about, remember the movie Cocoon? Oh, I loved that movie about the old people that didn't want to get old, and so they found a way to live in the cocoons. Oh, loved that movie. I think Wilford Brimley, right? I think he was, right? Wilford Brimley. Yeah, I think he was one of the main characters in that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, well, that would work. That would work. We're starting to get down to slim pickings here. So yes, we'll make that work. We will make this one work. So it's a little bit, it's not quite the same shape. Well, it pretty much is. It's just not right there. So let's do this. Let's cut off. This amount. Oh, that didn't quite work. That's all right. That's okay. No stress. No stress. See, my glue pen, again, all these little pieces that you're trying to get stuck down, especially when we have a shorter, not shorter, less wide page like this. There's kind of less room for it to hang on to a little bit. And oh, that's a mess. I'm going to have to figure that out. We'll just pretend. We won't really look there. Nancy, I remember that movie. Now I am the old people. Isn't that weird? I know. It's weird how time changes. Time flies. And then, you know, when we think that our parents were old and now we're our parents' age and you're like, oh boy, I'm it. I'm that. There I am. Okay, where did that little piece go that I just cut off? Because I could probably do a little bit of repair here. There's more to it. Where is it? Is there more to it? No, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. We're not going to stress about that. Just get on with it. Get on with it. So that kind of works. I know what I need to do now. Because I have a little bit showing through from the other side, which I don't particularly care for, but I think these are the same size. Yeah, I need a smaller one, but I don't have a smaller one. What about... You know what? It's the back side. I don't really care. It'll be fine. Right? Sometimes it's just, you got to just say, that'll work. That's good. That'll work. It's the back side. Sometimes like when you fix your hair and you're not leaving the house, but you're filming something all day and, you know, you need to look good from the front, but then you don't bother fixing your hair in the back because no one's going to see it. And then you forget, and then you go out to dinner or something, and then you get home that night and you're like, oh my gosh, my hair is like stick straight in the back, but you know. Okay. We're almost there. I just have to hold this down a bit. Let it secure itself. All right, there we go. So there's our little leaf page. The one thing that I do need to do though is on this side, I'm not worried about all the extra white space on the back, not white space, but the white that you can see on the back, but I don't want it to be overlapping here on the front. I don't want to be able to see it. So I'll just cut off those little extra pieces. All right, we'll just cut off those little extra pieces. I think I'm trying to get in there. It's a little bit harder to get in there. All right, that's pretty good. Now, if I wanted to really not see any white, I could get some ink out and just ink away those edges, right? You can still see a little bit of white, but I could do this. And I'm just gonna show this because why not? I know the color I think that will match with that. It would be Tattered Rose. And so I could just get out my little guy here and just, oh yeah, not gonna work as well as I want it to. I need one of, I'll just use, oh, here it is, okay. So sometimes if you've kind of some messy edges like that, I can just come in here and do my little ink and it will get rid of that pink, right? I mean, it'll get rid of the white and then everything looks pink. And right there too. I want that little bit right there if I can't get it. All right, there we go. And it actually, that's kind of fun because it actually gives that leaf a lot more kind of dimension when I ink those edges of the leaf. Well, you won't be able to see that. Okay. Stamp the backs with script. Oh, yes, Vicki, I could, couldn't I? I know. Now, Vicki's like, get out the stamps, get out the stamps. The only problem that would be hard now would be that, because I'm a spaz, I would have a hard time trying to stamp the back of that when it's in the book. Because you know me, Vicki. If I'm gonna make a mess, if anyone's gonna make a mess and screw something up, it's gonna be me. All right, ooh, there's an errant leaf, or stem. We don't want our errant stem. All right, so now for our list. We need some white cardstock. And I'm just going to do this. Oh, let's put this back. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up. Time to share. I don't know. That's like a song that I used to sing to my kids because they learned it in like preschool, right? But I don't remember the whole thing. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Oh, I know. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody. Do your share. There we go. So everyone help me clean up. Do your share. Okay. So this is going to be for my list. Here we go. Let's get out our little trimmer real quick and make it fast. That's all we know of the song. Isn't it funny? Everybody do your share. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that funny? Kylie, former preschool teacher. Isn't that funny, though? The things that stick in our heads. Well, let's not even get started there because I talk about the reason why I can't remember what I went downstairs to get is because I have the lyric of every freaking Bee Gees song in my head. Right? Isn't that the way it is? You don't get to decide what memories you retain. Our little brain decides that, and it decides for me to put things in there that really have no business being there, like the lyrics to all the Bee Gees songs. And I'm not kidding when I say the Bee Gees songs. I like the Bee Gees. Oh, yes. All right, that needs to go there. Okay, let's get this ready. This is for our little list. Our little list is going to be on here. If you do not have die cuts like this, but you have a die cutting machine like a Silhouette or a Cricut or whatever, you could make your own leaves, right? You could just take pattern paper and cut out some leaf shapes. Oh, Vicki has a free leaf cut file on her website, VickiBooten.com, that she did something really cool with leaves. So if you have a die cutting machine like that, then you could, you could go get that. All right, again, today there's a lot about the glue pen. And these on my website as well, but especially when you have something little like this, and now I'm pulling in the really fine tip one. But this is near impossible to get your tape runner on if you're using a tape runner. So a little glue pen like this, a little dabble-dia like the old Brill Cream. Remember that? See, I told you the Brill Cream, the commercials. Brill Cream, a little dabble-dia. But I don't remember any more of the song, of the jingle. Not a song, the jingle. Back in the day when companies would pay lots of money to have someone create a jingle for their brand or their product, right? But we just remember bits and pieces. But that's okay, because remember the product in that case, that it's Brill Cream, and that's all they really care about. They just want you to remember the product so you'll buy it. Whatever Brill Cream even is. I don't know. Whatever it is, just a little dabble-do. Apparently you don't need a lot of it. Okay, well, this is it. It's very much encroaching on my list, but that's okay. We'll cut off these little bits because they can't hang off the edge. Well, they could, but just it bugs me if they hang off the edge. All right. Wondering, what did I miss? Paula said, I was wondering also. Oh, what Brill Cream is, yeah? Okay, so now we need our black pen again, our handy dandy trusty black pen. Let's get those put away. I must have already put it away. All right, so now this little outline will be here. Okay, you guys, both lists today so far are taking a long time. You are the boss of you. You decide how long you want something to take, right? I'm playing, right? All of this is play to me. So I have no preconceived notion about how long something like this would take. I just want to play. And so this is time that I set aside to play, right? Whether I was making one list or 100 lists, in this time, this is the time that I have set aside to play. So don't think if you want to do listing with us and you're not, that you have to take a super long time, right? Some of you have already done this list and you're like, done, and done. And I've now done 28 other lists in the meantime. You know what? Good for you. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, it took me 3 Saturdays to do one list. You know what? Good for you. It's, for me, the outcome, the product is the outcome. It's a means to an end. No. Anyhow, whatever I'm saying, for me, it's the being creative, and that's all I'm going for. I like creative time. And then if I get something at the end, that's awesome, but not necessarily required, right? Okay, so fall favorites. My favorite things about fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was going to number, but no, I'm going to number. I pulled out these. Let's see if they're going to fit. These are Carrie Bradford stamps. This is Brooklyn Outline. Brooklyn Etc. Outline. Sorry. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I'm not going to stamp. I'm going to go back to the stickers that I put away. I will go back to those scrapbook.com stickers from the sticker book and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm stamping on the next list, but it will be fast stamping, not long, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I was worried after I said, oh yes, I'll use the numbers, and then I thought there were going to be no numbers, but they're there. Process over product. Thank you, Karen. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. Process over product. I mean, process over product. Oh, process over product. Now, what's funny about that? Process over the outcome, because for me, sometimes it's not necessarily process over product. Sometimes it's, I want to use this product. And so product, I mean like this, I want to use the product. And so sometimes it's product over everything, but 2 different definitions of product, right? Hi, Lulu girl, men's hair cream. Yes, it's a hairdressing. Exactly. Oh my gosh, just let her rip, AKA Patty Davidson. That's funny, Patty. Okay, not gel, cream, Brill cream, yes. Diane, oh, no, you didn't make it to the tail end. We are still in the middle. Oh, it's almost 12:34. We are still in the middle of our second list, although we're almost done with our second list. We're almost done. I just have to do my list now, right? After all that, I have to make a list. Okay, so my first favorite thing about fall is the weather. I love the transition from long, hot summer days to, I'm just going to say cool nights. Cool nights. And then I will say the rain in Utah is a bonus. Here, I always equate rain with fall. Because we generally, well, spring too, we get usually a good amount of rain like in April, and then in the fall. We have lots of that happening right now. All day yesterday, and then so far, oh, it's trying, but pretty much so far all day today, which is good because we really need the moisture. For sure. Now, this is going to get interesting because this is going to be really short because of what I have here, but that's okay. The next thing is, our driving excursions to see the amazing colors of the changing leaves. There is a pretty short window. Wanda, I just saw that. Wanda said, I ordered Spooky Night Bits and Pieces. Is that what you were using? Mine just came in the mail. Back here, I was using, no. These are a little scary. That's the name of the collection. Although the tree is from Spooky Nights, but all the rest of these are from the collection called A Little Scary. All right. So, yes, it's a very short window. Usually about 3 weeks, and then the leaves are changed. But it is this year in particular. Oh my goodness. They've been unbelievable off the hook. I have posted on social media both weekends of our driving and just the most amazing colors. It's just off the hook. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to call it, we'll call it this. Comfort food. Yummy soups and stews. Love me some butternut, squash, soup. And then I don't want to end it there. Yum. There. Okay. Vicky, do you like butternut squash? Anyone? Does anyone like butternut squash? I asked Vicky because she and I are both doing the same food weight loss thing. And you eat a lot of vegetables, and soup like that is good. So Nick, my husband, Nick does all the cooking, made a large pot of butternut squash soup last week on Sunday, and I have had it every day. It is so good. So, so good. Oh, Vicky. Yes, decidual. I want to say that brand starts with a P. It's on Puerto Rico. We bought it in Puerto Rico together. Here's the deal. That jacket is stunningly beautiful, not beaded. But guess what? It is, it's very small right now. So that's the goal, right? That's the goal, to get back into that jacket, because it is, love it. Remember? Love it. I didn't buy it in Puerto Rico though. Then I found it later. I remember that now. Okay. Vicki and I have traveled a lot together, a lot for fun, but we've also traveled a lot together. Well, still fun, but teaching all over the world. Vicki and I together have been to Puerto Rico. We've been all over Canada together. We've taught together in Amsterdam. But then we each have also traveled independently to all different parts of the world teaching. But yeah, so Vicki and I have some very fun travel stories and memories and shopping memories. Okay, let's see. The next one. I also love, I know this sounds funny because I talk so much about being hot, warm blankets, sweaters, and getting cozy by the fire. Okay, the very last one, number 5. So this butternut squash soup, you know what I'll do? I'll post it in the Facebook group. So if you guys are in the Facebook group, then you can see it there. If you're not in the Facebook group, just join the Lail by Mail Facebook group. I'll post it in there today or tomorrow. But it's butternut squash, carrots, a little bit of pear, some half and half, leeks, onions, and it's all like immersion blended together. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So, so good. Yes. So it's a really good, yummy soup. And you put toasted pine nuts on it, and oh, so good. All right. Last thing is, oh yes, of course, pumpkin. Give me all the pumpkin things, just not this year. Coffee, Bread. Pie. Love it. Okay, there we go. So that is, we're almost done. It just needs a little bit more something over here because it's really plain over here. We've got kind of a lot going on and then there's not much here. So let's look at stickers and sticker book. Let's see what we have. Oh, look it. Those are all goldish. Or no, it's copper. It is copper. So what if we did our old Stand by the Butterfly, right? The butterfly is always coming into play, seems like. There, that works. That's fine. But really the reason we were here is so we were trying to do something over here. So, I don't know. We need a little bit more color over here instead, I think. We haven't really done any flowers. About that up there. That could be okay. This, I wanted to use this, but then I forgot. That strip, is that not so fun? That long strip of trees, that'd be so fun on the bottom of something. I'll still use it another time because it's too good not to use. Oh, you know what? Let's replace this maybe with the blue one because the blue is a little bit more in line, I think, with kind of the color palette. Yeah, it's just a little bit not as pastel-y. Around the world. Oh yeah, I think traveling around the world together, yeah? Yeah. Is that what we're chatting about? Oh, look, over here. Well, no. I think we'll just keep one flower because we don't want it to be too flowery because then it's focusing a little bit more on the flower, spring, summer, whatever, than it is the fall. There we go. That can go there. Now it's like we're just looking for stuff. Oh, wait a minute. No, that would be weird. Yeah, no, little trees. No, little trees don't work with our big thing there. I know one thing I'm going to do though. I'm just playing. So I want to come in and outline this because it will make it just pop a little bit more, I think. So we outline, we be very steady because we don't want to accidentally go too fast and go over onto the leaf. Ooh. Yeah, that makes it stand out a little bit more, don't you think? See how the top part, you can tell the difference between the part that's outlined and the part that's just kind of there. Now, you could do this with ink as well, right? You could get a dark brown. You could do a black, but maybe you could use like a walnut stain or something. And you'd have to have done that obviously before though, before you adhere to the little leaf down or the sprig or whatever we're calling this thing, a tree branch. Not a tree branch. The dead part, no, not dead. It's just fall, right? Okay, I'll finish this up and then I'll probably call it good. I will maybe come back later and add a little bit more to this side because it's still kind of plain, but that's all right. We'll do something. Now, if I really wanted to get crazy on the outlining, I could also outline the numbers, but I won't do that. They're a lot harder to outline because they're paper stickers. And so you have to go really slow. Oh, you know what song just popped into my head? I don't know why. Light bright, making things with light. When you play with light bright, I don't remember what that word is. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's good for now. All right, that is good for now. Done. Ink blending around the tree. Oh, okay, yes. So Colleen, I could do that, but you know what would happen? It would turn into a huge mess for me. I know it would. I just know it would turn into a huge mess, but that could be really cool. Thanks, Vic. Thank you. All right, so now again, we're going to indulge Lael while she just cleans things up. Because I have to get in the habit of doing that. It is awful after, and then it just stresses me out because right after I'm done. I want to leave this room. I've been in this room for a long time. I want to leave this room and then I want to go do something fun. And so I don't want to, oh, okay, yeah. Look I can come in with some, all kinds of things. I'll finish that one up later, from the sticker book. Yes, but it stresses me out knowing there's a giant mess. And then I gotta have it clean because I gotta be ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. Early to get ready to start shipping Monday, Tuesday. Okay, here we go. See, put away. Now, if you're crafting, you can take the time to put away as well. All right, list number 3. Oh, I didn't even use this. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna do this because there's one thing I think is happening in that washi, and you really can't tell when you look at it, but I think I know what's happening. Let's open this up because this is, maybe I'll use this collection again next weekend because the washi needs to get used and those trees for sure need to get used. All right, so watch this. This one, clever. All right, this one, scallop. Look it is really scallop. Watch. Do you see that? It's really scalloped. Isn't that so cute? It's like a patchwork scallop dealio. Darling. There's not even, sometimes you'll have transparent washi down here, so it's just like one long strip. Nope, not there. So, ooh. Okay, sometimes this is a thing. I did this when I pulled out the Peaceful Heart washi to use. Because if I'm like this, you guys are probably like this too. If I don't, sometimes you just see it and you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. But you don't really see what's there. This blue, love that. But you don't really see what's there. And if you don't see what's there, well, what happens with me? Then I don't use it. Like this little guy, you can't see it in the packaging. This one says, and that color combination that I love, look, it says happy. So those little words, those little letters spell happy on there. This one, oopsie, love that color. That kind of corally, right? Okay, then, so we might as well do them all. It's just as much for you as it is me. Like, oh, that's fun. I probably, it looks different on here, I think because it looks like it's darker. Oh, this one, look at, that is fun. With the pink flowers in there, all the little flowers. Okay, little yellow flowers. No, Paula, you're not behind. Oh, Levon, yes, I need to date it. Thank you. Little yellow flowers, those are so cute. See, kind of a split personality, right, in the collection. And then this. Oh, like where did that one go? In the box still. This, that, like that navy color kind of, teal, like dark tealish with the copper. Oh, those are good. All right, so let's now take these and I'll just throw them back in here. But they're all going away and we're good. All right, third list. I'm calling family isms. Denise, do I like the ink applicator? The domed one? This guy? Yes. We talked about these a couple weeks ago when I was inking the edge of this list, the fall, favorite fall foods. When I inked the edges of the blue. The dome, just because it gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of what kind of inking you're doing, like this. So sometimes I don't have much ink on here at all, but I can, and this is kind of what Colleen was suggesting, that I could go in next to the tree and do that, something like that, just to get it, you know, have it be not so white in there. But you can blend like that with these a lot. You know, you really can't do that with the ink pad itself. But even the, even like these, still with circles, but they have the hard edges, a lot harder to do something like that, get that blending in. You also, when you have the abrupt edges like that, you tend to get a lot of like right angle marks or real finite, how am I even saying this? Ink markings that generally you're not looking for. So yes, I like it. I know. So Nancy, isn't that crazy? So what Nancy just said, and this, I think I'm going to start getting in the habit of doing this for all of those sets that come in because they look so different in real life. I mean, you just can't, even in real life, I even look at them in the little tube. And until you actually like put them out, it's really hard to get a feel for what they like. Partially because what they look like. Partially because they're wound around each other, so you don't really get the color. You don't get a good idea of the colors. And you should do this at home. If you have washi and you haven't used it yet, just take a book or take something and put it out so you can see what it really looks like. Because when it's on a roll, even sometimes it's too hard to tell. And if you don't know what it looks like, the chances, especially if it doesn't look as good when it's wound around the roll, if you don't know what it looks like, the chances of you actually using it are probably pretty slim to none. Okay, last one, family isms. This one I am calling a hard line, thank you. This one I'm calling family isms. And what I mean by that, these are the things that our family says, like little sayings and little, just little sayings. I thought that would kind of be a fun one. So I, on our family group text chain, so Nick and then Jack and Sam, our boys, sent something out and said, okay, what are these things? What do we say? And there were some that I already knew and had written down, but there are others that they brought out that I hadn't even thought of. So, family isms. This is also going to be a 2-page list. This will be interesting. I was planning on stamping directly on the page. All right, we're gonna try this. This may not work, and I might have to then put paper down. The reason it may not work, look at all of these bumps that I have underneath, right? I have all of these bumps. And sometimes when you try to stamp and those bumps are there, you don't quite get the stamp that you need. I'm only stamping one small stamp, so I think I'll be okay. I am using the original listed stamp. I'm using this little guy. Okay, this little like binder clip. I will use it the right way this time. Those of you that were with me the last time I used that, you'll totally know what I mean. But it's art. You do whatever you want. Maybe. And I need a block. And then I also want, where did it go? Oh, this. All right. So, but before I get there, I need to do my title. What was I going to do for my title? I'd really like to stamp, but I don't think I'm going to. So I need an alpha sticker. I am planning on using some of these little guys. The Feels Like Fall, the little Fox and Friends die cuts. So these are pretty little studio. I started out with the stickers, and then the stickers sold out on my website, and then Melissa sold out of them as well. So now I have the die cuts. So if you missed out on the stickers before, but they're cute. These little kind of fall guys. I love this kind of artwork. I think it's just really cute. Look at a squirrel, of course. We have to use that. So there are a couple different sizes of little guys, and look at that. They, your little squirrels also face 2 different directions. All right, so we'll use some of those guys. Orange. Orange. Now, I don't know if I have that color orange. Maybe. Let's look. Oh, I know where we'll have that. If we have it, we'll have it here in the Simple Stories, the color vibe. Let's see, the fall set, maybe. We used the fall set last week too. Yeah, no, okay. So, totally different orange. So that is not going to work. Let's look for another orange. Maybe this one. This is in the brights. Might be a little bit too bright. Oh, maybe not. That's pretty good. I think we'll do that. Oh, actually, let's just look at one more thing. No, that's two. That's kind of peachy. All right, so it's either this from the Brights or, I don't know if I've used these before. I've had these forever. I don't know if I've used them before. These are the Woods. So you guys have seen me use this, the Woods 6x8 paper pad. But the Woods is also alphabet stickers in the Woods. In the Woods, that sounds funny. In the Woods. Lavon, yes. People will swatch their washi, absolutely. Because it looks so different on paper. So absolutely, you could totally swatch your washi. Swashy. There you go, swashy. Yes, that's what Karen said. Karen said, I love my TN washi swap notebook. Always refer to and always add. There you go. Writing board. Yes, Nancy, writing board's coming out. I could use brown. Yes, Laura. Laura says use brown. So let's just look. This could be fun. I think this one. So wood, there's a really subtle like wood grain pattern on there. I think this is what I will use, that really subtle wood grain pattern. Oh, you can see it a little bit more on the smaller letters than you can the larger ones. But there's all different. Oh no, I get it. That's just a different, that is a darker brown. That's a different wood. Here we go. I will use this because this I think will be fun. Kind of that wood grain. It kind of goes in line with those little Forest and Friends little creatures. Yeah. But look at all the fun different woods. That's a really fun one too. Yeah. All right, let's do that. Those are the Woods alphabet stickers. I haven't linked them because I didn't know I was going to use them, but you'll find them on my website. These are probably, I would say these alpha sticker books from Simple Stories, probably one of my definite standbys. I use them on a lot of my lists. Okay, so let's do our outline first. Yes, Denise said, no mistake in art. Exactly. You took a creative liberty. I always say, so when I'm teaching in person and let's say I'm teaching a scrapbook class and we're working with a paper that has a direction to it, right? Like if you adhere it upside down, then it's clearly upside down. So the way that I remind people of that when we're working, I'm like, no dead birds. They're like, what? No dead birds. I'm like, don't turn the paper upside down or your birds are dead. They're like, but we're not working with a bird paper. And I'd say, oh, I know. But one time I was teaching a class and we were working with a bird paper. And I said, no dead birds. And then everyone knew exactly what I meant. So no dead birds. But if you do dead birds, if you accidentally put your paper on upside down, you didn't make a mistake. You took a creative liberty. You're exploring your inner, I don't know, who's the guy? Salvador Dali, who does some weird things. You're exploring your inner Salvador Dali and wanted to do things upside down, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. Paula. Yes, Paula. So Paula has total different question. She had a question about the December documented kit, project kit. Yes, there is a live for the setup. That will be on October 31st. It's a Sunday. Long story, I explained before, but I needed to wait for my new phone to get here before I could even schedule that. So my new phone got here yesterday. I need to get it set up this weekend and watch for an email about that. But just know it's October 31st. I know, which is weird because it's Halloween, not intentional, but that is the only weekend that I am home between now and Thanksgiving. So that is when we're doing it. And if you can't watch it live, you can always watch the replay. All right, family isms. Oh, now what's interesting? Let's see. I don't know if family isms will fit in this large. Let me just kind of pretend. Let's pretend. Familysm. No. All right, so we can't use the big letter. We'll use the small version for this. Family isms. We're going to have to pull in some washi on this one. Maybe we'll use that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see after we get everything done. Oh. Family isms. Yes, rain going upside down. Now, rain going upside down, then it turns into geotags. Instead of a raindrop, it's a geotag. See, you're just being creative. You didn't want to do it like everybody else. You are using your geotags. The light blue ones that are hanging from under an umbrella that's now also upside down. Yeah, so we'll do that. That's on a Sunday. because that is actually, that will probably be, I'm going to say probably about a 4-hour one. That is a huge project. And we'll do it like we normally do, where the simple things like adding stickers, I'll have you guys do later. There will be a few pages that we skip, literally, if you're just putting photos in and then adding stickers. But we will get to the end. The idea behind all of that is so that that project specifically, you are all done and ready to go. And when I say all done, you've got the base, your foundation pages is all done and ready to go before December 1 hits. Because then you can try to, you know, as much as you can, keep up with it, you know, documenting during the month of December. Family, okay, I think what I need to do is a dash. I think I need to do family dash isms. And I need a different dash because there's not really a dash here, so I will make a dash. I-S M. Oh, there's 2 M's. Yes, Denise. Is that at Lizzie? Yeah, it is at Lizzie's, right? At Lizzie's, I think. Lizzie's or Michelle's? Lizzie Lou. No, it's Lizzie. Yeah. For the Christmas bash. Yes, that will be so fun. That's not too far away, is it? Paula, honestly, no worries at all. Seriously, don't ever not ask a question for sure. Or apologize, right? I ask my kids all the time the same question over and over. They remind me, Mom, you just asked me that 5 minutes ago. I'm like, shut up. Mom, what's wrong with you? I'm like, just get over it. I'm like, if you had as many things running through my head yeah. Like, just leave me alone. I know I asked you that 5 minutes ago, but I forgot. But then I think Sam starts to key in on that. Mom, I'm going to do this. I'm like, what? You didn't tell me that? Yes, I did. You forgot when I know he didn't tell me. Okay. The L is a little bit dropped. That needs to lift up a little bit. Okay, family-isms. And now, I know family-ism isn't really a word, so I will explain it in my little title as well. But I like to have my little dots at the end, my little periods at the end. Okay, and now I need my little dash. Now I don't use X's very often, so I will fashion a dash out of an X. Right? So let's see if we go like this. Ooh. All right. I feel like I'm during surgery. And it's too hard to hold that sticker, right? There we go. There's a dash. Family-isms. All right, do you guys have family-isms? Are there things? Oh, that would have been cute too, Jackie. Yes, that would have been super cute. Hi, Susan. Okay. Hi, Coco Pop 21. Yes, you're back after last week. I remember you from last week. You were new. So I'm glad you popped in again. Welcome, welcome. Okay, family-isms. Now, I'm having like a little subtitle above it that's going to say, the things we say, right? The things we say. So now it's a little bit more, if someone's like familyism, what the heck is a familyism? Now you know familyism. It's the things we say. Okay, in your families or your friend group or the people you work with or whoever you hang out with, are there things that you say? And you're like, Lil, I don't know what you mean by that. And I say, okay, I'll give you an example. But first I need to stamp. Get out our little, will it fit there? Oh, it does. Okay. So my little stamp blocks that I always use, these are Fiskars. It is a set of 4. They're all nested in their own little package together. Those I have on my website, but those are super handy dandy because you pretty much have the sizes, for the most part, of what you need there for most of the stamping that I do. Okay, so what we're going to do is make some little boxes. Now, the way, okay, we're going to get into this again. This happened a couple weeks ago, and I got so confused because I'm spatially challenged. I need to grab something. I always say I'm spatially challenged, so sometimes things don't make sense in my head. So here is a clip, right? It's a clip just like this. So when you clip to something, you clip, gotta look at my drawing now, you clip this way, right? But I don't want to have all this weird space out here. So you can also clip this way. But if you clip this way, then it would be like that, right? That is what we're doing. This will be my clip that way. Okay, that makes sense, right? I have, 7. So I need to do 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So I'm going to make some little boxes and I'll get out my handy dandy ruler. And if I do 3 here, and I'm also going to explain them a little bit, right? Because I could list what the family isms are, but you kind of need to know the story behind it, right? So what if we do 6 and then a space? I haven't measured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, that's too much. I mean, not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That leaves me way too much room at the bottom. So I think if we go to 8, right? And then we have a space. And then a space, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. What? No. 7, 8. Sorry, I just have to pencil this out, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, it's 7. 7's the magic number. Right? 7 should be it. Perfect. And it gives me some room at the bottom for some washi or something. All right, there we go. So let's draw our little box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Okay. I'm going to stamp. So this is a little bit off the edge. All right. Oh, yes, like this. Like that. So it's like it's clipping it. Okay. It's okay. Now I'm having my challenge again. All right. So it's like that. It's clipping onto, it's like this is a piece of paper and it's clipping onto the piece of paper, right? Got it? Okay, good. I am not next weekend. The next 2 weekends, I am traveling and teaching. So we will not be together the next 2 weekends. We won't be together the 16th or the 23rd. We'll be back again on the 30th. All right. Okay, that needs to be re-inked. That's not, I keep pulling that out and I need to re-ink that. Add more ink to it, because I like a nice juicy. Okay. Okay. One quick thing that I just, when I went, I had to check on something. Always, always, always good idea to get in the habit. I know, Denise, I won't. Thank you for the reminder. When you are getting ready to stamp, so I was going to stamp here, and I went, I turned the page. I needed to see what was on the back side. In this case, I'm okay. I'm not worried about that black ink ghosting or shadowing through and ruining my list on this side because I have a paper and a paper. You'll never see the black showing through. However, if I was stamping on this page, look it, I would totally have ruined this list on this page because the black would ghost or shadow through. Even the inserts that I use, even the Carpe Diem inserts, they have a thicker paper, but still you always want to check when you're stamping. If I had done this list directly on the paper, I would not stamp right here. I would probably put a piece of pattern paper down and then stamp on top. Sandy, yes, I am teaching it. Okay. Actually, let me clarify that, Sandy. Sandy asked if I'm teaching at Crop and Create in November. I am teaching not at the Christmas one though. I'm teaching at the other one, whatever the other one is, Crop and Create Delivered, not the Christmas one, just the regular one. Yes, I am teaching, and I'm doing a traveler's notebook class. All right, so there's my first one. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I think it'll be okay. I forgot to use my pencil board underneath. All right, I'm okay. But I will use my pencil board now. So pencil board. This I am using, this is a stamping block, a super thin stamping block that I'm using as a pencil board. But basically, I am adding something under this page to try to give me a hard surface to do my stamping on. All right. Actually, what I really should have done before, all right, I'll just do this now. I should have done my other boxes right now as well. What Denise was reminding me was not to draw my line through the clip, right? Because you don't want a line through the clip. If you draw a line through the clip, it's like the paper's on top of the clip. And how does that work? Where's my eraser? Here we go. So, there we go. Let me just do this. Oh, let's get the pencil board out of there though. So it's like I'm clipping little pieces of paper to my list, or to my insert. I am going to make this a double outline box. Never do that. I'm like living on the edge. Every once in a while I do that, but. Okay. Now, if I wanted to bring in more color, I could pull out my, like a colored pencil, kind of like we did over here when I colored on top of my writing, just to get more color in there. I could do the same thing if I wanted colored pencil and color in that little box I made, but I won't do that now. We'll see if we do it later. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I am now just going to continue working on this list. I'm going to get this list done. So this is what we're going to do for the rest of the time. If you would like to hang out, ooh, okay, generally I don't do this. First I do it with the pencil because sometimes it's dangerous. This is how before I messed up when I colored in the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to finish it. So if you guys want to hang out with me and finish, well, you've got to hear the family-isms, right? If you want to hang out and finish, then this is what we are going to do to finish up. Sometimes I will not finish while we're all together, but we're going to finish. I'm going to finish. So family-isms, share and share and share. Tell me, what are some of the things that you say? Or your family used to say, or your grandparents, or your kids used to say when you're little and you all still laugh about it. I have lots of those. Well, a mismatch. Some things I say, something Nick says, some things the boys say. It's interesting, when we went through this little exercise on our group chat, Sam really doesn't say any, he doesn't have any really. There's one that he has. It's a special one, but there's one that he has, but pretty much everybody else but Sam in our family. Family. Oh, you know what? So yes, yes. And right, this is one you might have to think about, right? This is one that you might have to think about. Mary, I have no idea where it is held. I don't know if you're talking about the Crop and Create. It's virtual. All of this year, they've been virtual, and last year. Yes, Scrapbook and Cards Magazine. Thank you, Sandy. Hi, Nancy. Drove over 2 hours to get parts for a combine. Gotta love fall harvest. Okay, Nancy, I am so fascinated about that. And I love it when you email me and tell me that's what you're doing. You should share with everybody because I don't really know. I just know that you live on a farm, right? You have a farm and it's harvest time. And so it's very fascinating to me if you want to share any of that. I don't even know. Do I know what you farm? I don't remember. Wheat? I don't remember. Yes, fall harvest. Lulu girl, we leave notes in random places in each other's houses saying we are the best. Like you say, I am the best, or they are the best. I am the best. I mean, not me, but you. Ah, look at what I did. Look at what I did. See? Yep, Levon. I know. Levon's like, hello, look what you're doing. All right. I did not do it on purpose, but there is a way to, clearly I didn't do it on purpose. See, this is, I got too into what I was doing. There is a way to fix it. There is a way to fix it, and I will show you because I did this before. Actually, I think when I did this before, somebody said, fix it by doing this. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I had them, or I had what I needed. Oops, I forgot to put the pencil board back in. I had what I needed, but then I ordered them to carry on my store too, because I'm like, well, duh, that's a great way to fix. All right, so do you see what I did wrong? I accidentally wasn't paying attention. I outlined before I did my black pen because I was too, chatty. Now I get out my white gel pen and I can basically erase it. Well, I erase it by writing white with my white gel pen, just right over it. Look at that disappear. If we were together, I'd expect you guys to go, oh, ah. And then there'd be a round of applause, and then there'd be a standing ovation. I just know it. Okay, there. See, it's gone. Gone. I basically fixed it. You can't see it. But I don't want to do that again. I did, Denise, after you even told me. After you even told me not to do it, you reminded me, don't draw through the line. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I know. I already thought about it. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm a professional. I won't make a mistake. Dirt. Just got to chatting and, just blew it. But that's okay. I was able to fix it, right? There we go. All right. I'm still going to keep on working because, like I said, I'm going to finish my list. So I just work away and I will not this time. Oh, let's stamp first. Let's stamp first, Lael. Why don't I stamp first? Let's stamp first, right? Let's stamp first before we mess that up again. Yes, white pen to the rescue. It's like whiteout, but it's not white. I mean, it's not whiteout. Whiteout kind of is yellow cast to it. Well, I can also cover that up. Do you see how I got a little bit of, black ink on there? I can also fix that by just white, but I will wait because when I start writing, you'll probably won't even see that. Probably won't even see it. All good. All good. All right, familyisms. So what I figured I would do here, I'm going to write what it is, and I will write who says it, and then I will explain the story behind it, right? One of them, if you got, well, even on social media, because I even put it on social media, if you received the email, then this will be familiar to you. If you saw it on social media, this will be familiar to you. If you're like, email, what email? Social media, what social media? I just stumbled across you on YouTube. I send out emails. I always send out an email now on Thursdays instead of Fridays because that's what I've started doing differently. Oh, dang it. Now I just remembered after all that. I really wanted this one to be there. Oh, well, because I want to alternate these. Anyhow, I send out 2 days before. So usually on Thursdays, the list of all the information you need so you know what we're listing about. And hang on, I got to think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, it'll be one shorter, but that's okay. Hi, Lizzie. We were just talking about you a few minutes ago. My friend Lizzie. Lizzie is the one that that's where I'll be next weekend. I will be next weekend in Fallbrook teaching at her super fun. Lizzie, you're on my list. I mean, oh, that sounds bad. You're on my list, like the very first list that we did today. One of my favorite things about Halloween, I said, is the Halloween retreat that you do. That is one of my favorite things about Halloween. So you're on my list. So hello. All right, there we go. What was I talking about before then? Oh yeah, anyhow, I sent out an email ahead of time so you know what we're doing, or you can just, stumble in. But I was going somewhere with that. Oh, I know. Hello. It just took me a minute to think of where I was headed with that. I talked about the first one. Well, I didn't really talk about it. I just said what it was. The very first one on my list, it's going right here, is have fun storming the castle. That is something that Nick has said for years. And that's like when you'd leave, have fun storming the castle. And then this is kind of interesting. I actually had started saying that at the end of my YouTube videos, like on my classes, like we're doing this. And at the end, I'd be like, okay, everyone have a great week. Have fun storming the castle. And then the January 6th happened, the insurrection at the Capitol here in the United States. And I'm like, ooh, where they stormed the Capitol. I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't say that at the end of my little videos anymore. Have fun storming the castle, because it's a little too close to home. So, but it is still something that Nick says a lot. And so that's one of the familyisms, right? That's one of the things in our family. Have fun storming the castle. That is a movie line. It is from the movie The Princess Bride. That is one of our family favorite movies. We love that movie. It's so fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's so many quotable lines in that movie. Hello, my name is Inigo Moya. You killed my father. Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. There's so many good lines in that movie. I love that movie. But if you haven't watched it, you should go. I'm sure it's on Netflix and everything. I'm sure you can find it everywhere. But it's called The Princess Bride, and it's so good. All right, there we go. There's our little boxes. Let's see what I missed. Sandy said, I like getting the list early, but have been busy and didn't get things together. Yep, you know what? And that's why I moved it back to, well, for a number of reasons, but I used to send them out on Friday. And then, to be honest with you, I'd wake up like this huge, I don't know, cloud hanging over my head every Friday, because it was just like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. I got to get it done. So I don't do them on Fridays anymore. I do them on Thursdays, because then I'm like, okay, yes, this is great. I'll do it on Thursday. And then I don't feel so pressured. I don't know why. But yes, so now, generally Thursdays, the last 2 weeks I've done them on Thursdays, and that works better for me. It gives me a little bit more time to plan, and it's not also just all at once. And then that gives you guys a little bit more time too, if you are thinking about your lists. If you want to participate and list, and it gives you a little bit more time to think about your lists and have things ready ahead of time, especially if you're asking other people, right? Like on this one, what are some of the things we say? I can't really remember. What are some of the things we say? All right, this is what I wanted to do before over here, but I suppose I could erase all of that with my pen, but no, I won't do that. I meant to alternate, but that's okay. A penny for there we go. A penny for your thoughts. Yes, that's that's one that's been around forever. So what's interesting, all of those things, like, I don't say this, our family doesn't say this, but I used to work with someone that used to say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? So basically you're brainstorming all kinds of ideas, and sometimes some really good ideas will come up, but they're buried in some things that really are not good ideas. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That one is from way back in the day, when there was like one tub of water outside, and everyone in the family, grandma, grandpa, all the moms and dads, the mom, the dad, the kids, used to always bathe in the same bathwater, right? And it would go oldest to youngest. So at the very end, it was always the baby that would be the last one to bathe after everyone else is bathed in the same bathwater. That's why they said don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because sometimes the bathwater was really dirty, and don't forget that the baby's in there. Yes, stamp. Yes. Yes. So what's interesting is you can go online and find the meanings behind those sayings, right? This would be a fun conversation to have with parents or grandparents, maybe people that are a little bit older, because they probably have said a lot of these things and might know the stories behind them. but any of those little, I can't remember, cliches, I guess, you can, just Google and find out the meaning. But it would be interesting to know. I don't know what the meaning behind the saying "a penny for your thoughts" is. I mean, obviously, but what, like don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's something behind that. Or don't look a gift horse in the mouth. That is, that really is back in the day. I don't know if it was a dowry kind of thing or what it was, but if someone gifted you a horse, that was a pretty spectacular gift. And people used to look in a horse's mouth to check their teeth, and it would tell you the quality of the horse or if the horse was healthy or whatever. So basically that's saying don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If somebody gives you a horse, don't look at its teeth to make sure that it's healthy. Just be happy that you got a horse, right? And that's still, this is the same meaning, right? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but that's where that one came from. I'm always very interested in those things. Those things that we say, where do they come from? What's the origin? Okay, I got to look and see. Blazing Saddles, Jackie, Blazing Saddles. Yep. Chicken Little movie. What were we talking about? Oh, that just reminds me, there's a squirrel, right? Yeah, that's one. From the movie Up. Squirrel. There, Karen said, baby bathwater is a big familyism for my Deep South family. And you know what's interesting too is that different parts of the country, right? Different parts of the country have different, this is turning out to be a very dark list, isn't it? Different parts of the country have different sayings that they use, right? So people in the Deep South, oh, the good one, bless your heart. Oh, bless her heart. Right? Bless her heart. Generally in the South, that is not such a good thing, right? Oh, bless her heart. But sometimes I say, oh, bless her heart. And I mean it. I don't ever mean it the not serious way, but bless her heart. Yeah, that could be something on someone's list. Let's see. Can't get no better than this. Mona, you got a mouse in your pocket. Do I say we a lot? Oh yes, you can't fix stupid. Yes, you can't fix stupid. Oh no. Oh my gosh, Mona. I am such a ding-a-ling. Mona, I think I understand what you're saying. Is that a familyism? You got a mouse in your pocket? Oh my gosh, duh. Yes, blonde hair. Just remember, the blonde hair sometimes comes out. Yeah, I get it. We talk a lot about sometimes in our lists that things that would be good conversations around the dinner table. This, I think, would be a fun conversation around the dinner table. My brother pats my head, then everybody out. Oh my gosh, Nancy. Sorry, the farmer was yelling at me. Oh my gosh, Nancy. That sounds so, but you really mean it. I fill a huge auger cart with 5,400 pounds of corn or soybeans and fill approximately 365 semi-trucks during the entire harvest. I will email a pic. Yes. Or Nancy, are you in the Facebook group? If you are, post it in the Facebook group. That'd be so fun to see. Mona, duh. Silly me, right? No point in keeping a dog and barking yourself. What? I know it's an insult, right? Okay, Karen, bless your heart, insult in the South. And I don't understand. I'd have to think about that. No point in keeping a dog and barking yourself. Yes, isn't that awesome, Nancy? Seriously. And here we are. People are like, what do you do? Oh, I have a little business. I teach scrapbook classes and craft supplies. Nancy's like, I fill up 5,400 pounds of corn or soybeans and 365 trucks. It's so good. I love it. Okay, so I think these little guys are just probably going to live in a couple of the boxes, right? They're not going to live in every box. They're going to live in a couple of the boxes. So let's see. Maybe we'll just do this. This kind of looks like a bowling ball. A bowling pin. All right, I don't like him here because of the brown and the brown. So what if we do this guy here, maybe this guy over here. But watch this. This guy, he can't be there. Maybe he'll just be in the middle like this. All right, but this is fun, how the squirrels face both direction, right? Because I don't want the squirrel facing this way. He's like, all this is going on here. He's like, I'm too good for you guys. I'm looking at what's next. We need this squirrel that's right here. So maybe he'll go about there. All right, I think that'll work. But we need we need something along the bottom. We need something down here, right? We need to brighten this up a bit. We need to brighten this up. So let's think washi for a minute. Let's think washi, washi, washi. And what would be fun to use? Now, this would be I just see this. This would be way too matchy for me because it'd be too much of the clips, but it could be fun. I mean, if you wanted more clips, that could be fun. You've got clips on clips on clips. This is nice when you have swatched your washi. If you've swatched your washi, then you just go through your little washi book and go, oh yeah, no, no, no. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the one I want. And then you find it. But I have not swatched my washi, and I have many, many hundreds of rolls. Not all here in front of me though. And I need something that's a little bit different color. I don't know. I think what I'm going to end up doing here, friends, is I will probably not add washi yet. I will probably, because I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to dig for a while. And I don't want to do that while we're all just kind of hanging. Oh, actually, there is one thought. Back to, look at, remember this guy? This was, hi Debbie from West Point, Utah. No pain, no gain, yes. Do I sell pencil in my shop? Carolee, do I sell this pencil? I did a long time ago. I do not anymore. I don't. Maybe I'll bring them back in. We'll see. Oh, it was her snarky way of dealing with having asked someone to do something which they had not done, and she ended up having to do herself. I get it now, the dog thing. Okay. Oh, Nancy, we're glad. I mean, we're not glad that the combine is down, but we're glad the combine is down because then you could join us. Nancy, oh my gosh, Nancy Gullison. Fishermen and farmers in Prince Edward Island. Oh my gosh. Potatoes and beef always had the freshest food. Oh, I'm sure, right? All right, so look, we could maybe do this orange because it's not too Halloween-y, right? It's not too Halloween-y when it's outside of a cobweb. So let's try it because we need a little bit more color in here. And then I'll have to still find something to go with it. Ooh, I made a mess there. What was that? I'll still have to find something to go along with it, but I'll do that later. This will just add a little bit more color for us. Okay. We better add these. Okay, these are die cuts, so I need to adhere them with some adhesive. This guy is going to have, he'll still end up having some washi that'll go under his little feet. Little fox. What does the fox say? You guys remember that song? Oh, that song that was so obnoxious for so long. What does the fox say? And I can't remember how it goes beyond what does the fox say. Da, da, da. Oh, Lauren says she gets what Nancy was talking about. Lauren lived on a 30-acre farm as a teen, harvested corn, peas, and potatoes with no equipment. Oh my gosh, with no equipment? Holy cow. Hello again, Vicki. With no equipment. See, this guy, I wish he could go there. Well, you know what? He could go there. That's fine. He's going to go there. I'm the boss of me, and he's going to go there. He's going to cover the clips, but that's okay, little owl. Cute little owl. Owl the owl. Owl the owl. Owl, enunciate. Owl the owl. Okay, there we go. And then it'll still come together, but I don't know what'll happen. All right, let's talk about the familyisms. Now, Vicki, if Vicki's still hanging, she'll totally get all these because she's probably heard half of them being around Nick and my family. Because she stays with me when she comes to town. Well, I know that sounds weird, but yes, why wouldn't she stay with me? But sometimes she comes for work because American Crafts, the company, is also here in Utah, and Vicki has a line with American Crafts. Well, lots of lines, but she has her own collections with American Crafts. So sometimes she comes and she's doing work there. But okay, so Very first one is a Nick-ism. Nick, my husband Nick says this. And it is the one I said before. Have fun storming the castle. So here we go. Have fun storming the castle. And this is ... a Nick-ism. Okay, Nick always says have fun storming the castle. What I am going to do, we're going to go back to a colored pencil for a minute. Oh, my legs are doing it again. They're all weird. So weird. Okay, so we're going back to colored pencils for a moment. And I actually kind of need to know what this other color is going to be here. Let's just talk about what I'm going to do. How about that? So what I'm going to do, anytime I have written, there's another one that came out. They're going to keep coming out. I need to just stitch them. Okay, so we say this. We say, have fun storming. Now, it's kind of weird because I have it under the, there's ink blending there. This one's probably too dark. Yep, too dark. So I would take maybe one like this. Yeah. And I would go, I probably won't do another box. I was going to do a box around it like that, but I won't do that. I will just basically highlight it, and I'll highlight whatever the saying is with a colored pencil. And so then it will stand out more. So I was thinking gray because gray, but then everything's kind of really gray and just kind of, so I need to figure out what other color I'm going to use as an accent here. And then whatever color I use as an accent, I will come back in and probably highlight those. So news at 11. Once I figure that out, I will do that. But I don't want to start picking a color until, because gray would go with the little squirrel, but then really that's not helping me. I'm not doing myself any favors at all by, oh, I just saw something. I'm not doing myself any favors at all by doing gray right now when I'm trying to lighten it up. Okay, I need another little tray because I just saw those little guys in my stash over here at the side. And these little stickers, there might be something. Oh, just couldn't see how they were opening. Because these are all kind of little forest guys. A totally different type of art though. I mean, totally different look. So we'll see. Fox eye, but totally different, right? Foxy foxes. Ooh, that could be fun on there. Ooh, and then you know what? Look it. So if that could be the color that I end up bringing in. And you know what? This is not a fall list, but it's kind of headed that way now, isn't it? With those little creatures. So that's okay. Ooh, that's a cute hedgehog. Ooh, now that raccoon looks a little too realistic. You know what? That's a cute Bambi. Another squirrel, but I don't want to do another squirrel. Oh, the bear's cute. Okay. So if I wanted, we could somehow do little creatures everywhere. Creatures, animals. They're not creatures, right? Look at, he's so cute. He's just like sitting. Now, if I bring that red in, there's really no other red-ish anywhere else on here. That helps a little bit. Guess who's going bye-bye? Oh, maybe. Nope. He's not coming down. He's not coming up. He can't move because if I had used regular adhesive, he probably would have pulled up, but the liquid, no go. So yeah, I don't think, it's just, if I could have a few more on there, it would work, but the art's just a little bit too different. So those aren't going to happen. Good try. I'll use those again some other time. Good try, Lael. Oh yeah, I saw those when I was going to get the pencils. All right, let's keep going. Have fun storming the castle, Nick. A line from one of our favorite movies, The Princess Bride. Said when we leave the house. Have fun storming the castle. Okay, that's the first one. Oh, Dawn, I love that. Used to say, for the love of sunshine. Oh, I love that. That is very sweet. Mary, when my son was almost 2, he told my mother, "You broke my feelings." Ever since it has been, my feelings are broke. All arms and legs in the vehicle before the ride can leave the station, making sure the kids were all in the car. Oh, yes, I say that. Keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. Drive safely, son. No, me. Drive reckless abandonment and ill regard for human life. That's so funny. My husband always says when we are buying something on sale, we can't save that much money. Drives us all crazy. See, it's kind of a fun exercise, right? To go through the weird things that we say and why we say them. All right, another one. This is another Nickism. Elvis has left the building. That is also Nick. Nick. So Nick has said this for 20 plus years. He leaves work, calls, and tells me that Elvis has left the building. So this is from a concert, movie? I'm going to say concert. Way back in the day, no, Nick wasn't there. When Elvis was performing, this is true story. And people wanted more encores. And finally, the announcer or whatever would come on and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building." Like basically, he's not going to be singing anymore because he has left the building. So yes, Elvis has left the building. Next one. This is me. This will not surprise you. It's hotter than the hubs of hell. It's hotter than the hubs of hell. Leo, that's me. I have no idea where this came from, but it's something I say all of the time, especially, this is one giant run-on sentence, especially as I get older with menopause. It's hotter than the hubs of hell. Hotter than a pot of collards. Oh, that's funny. Jackie, bye. If you're still here, see ya. Colleen, I love that. Colleen said, "I remember hearing the announcer say that at the Elvis concert I went to." So Colleen, if I remember, and when we were doing the list of concerts, you had been to a lot, right? I mean, you'd been to some amazing ones of like some super famous people, right? I think I remember that. If that was you, maybe, maybe not. All right, that's something I say. Okay, Sam, this one. I love you more. And that is a Sam. He started saying that when he was a little kid, After I would tell him I loved him. It always turned into a contest. Nope, I love you more. I'd say, love you, Sam. I love you more. I love you to the moon and back. I love you to the moon and the stars and back. And we just go on and on and on, but I love you more. Let's see. MJ Paper Design said, when my mom would cook a roast chicken when I was younger, my dad would always say, it is an ex-parrot. We are a huge Monty Python loving family. Okay, I know Monty Python has some very odd sense of humor. The the Holy Grail, is that the one where they chop all the arms and legs off? And yes, but so I don't know it, but I do know that yes, it's a very different sense of humor, right? Yes, Colleen, it was you. Okay, good. You sent photos of your ticket stubs from some of the concerts I went to. Yes. Which I just thought was so cool because you still have you still have the ticket stubs from some of those concerts, which was just amazing, right? Fiddlesticks, that's a good one. I love you most, another one, yes. The Alaska off the grid people would just say more when they would leave, more. Yes, there we go. Tis a mere flesh wound, right? And they've cut the arms and legs off, and there's spurting blood everywhere. Just a flesh wound. That's so funny. Yes. Okay. Love you more. This one. Oh, Lord. Okay. All done. Jack. Said in all uppercase letters, with, not, oh gosh. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's not pain, it's not anxiety, it's not anxiousness, it's dread, not dread. Oh my gosh, what is the word? If feet weren't nailed to the perch, it would be pushing up daisies. Oh my gosh, too funny. Okay, with angst, but it's not really angst. He was like 2. With, oh my gosh. I need help. I need help. Not apprehension, but we're getting closer. It's not apprehension. It is, oh Lordy. Oh, come on. I'm just going to say angst because I can't, not excitement. Hi, Joanne from Sydney, Australia. Welcome. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Oh, that's what I always used to say. Don't ever do anything or don't ever say anything that you wouldn't say to your grandma. Or don't ever do anything you wouldn't want grandma to know. Distress. Thank you. With distress. With much distress. So he was 2. We were trapped. I'm just going to say trapped. That's easier. Trapped on a boat. On a boat in Moab. And he wanted to be done. For 2+ hours. Over and over and over. We were with Nick's family. We were in southern Utah, a town called Moab. We were on this river on a boat that basically it was nighttime. It was like dusk, go on this ride down the river, and they would tell stories, and they were this outfit that you went with, and there were all these hieroglyphs on the canyon walls, and they'd be shining the lights, and anyhow, it was really cool, except when you have a 2-year-old, that you get on this boat, and it's just like a bunch of benches. And so we ended up in the back, like in the middle, and couldn't get out. And Jack did not want to be there. He was 2. And we're on for about 15 minutes, and he says, all done. And I'm holding him, and I'm like, huh? And he says, all done. And the all done got progressively louder and louder and louder with more distress in his voice. The entire 2+ hours, all done, all done, all done, all done. And I'm like, we're trying to, Nick's standing here laughing. What? We have appointment at 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, it's almost 2 o'clock. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at us. Holy cow, it's almost 2. I'm like, why are you telling me we have an appointment at 3 o'clock? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Anyhow, yes, but that is, so now all done is a big thing in our family, all done. All right, guys, I gotta get moving. And these are all the next ones are also Jack. The next one was, let's do this. Like, let's do this. Kind of like that. Jack, again. We were in Mexico in a van with our friends, the Petrowskis. At the top of a hill, a very steep hill. Getting ready to go down. And Jack yelled, "Let's do this." Yeah, so that's another one. Let's do this, and we all laugh. Okay, last one. This is a funny one. Well, another one. It's another Jack. Well, actually, so Jack is, has always loved useless facts. He never forgets what he reads. During conversation, he works them in. So he'll be like, well, actually, oh, Mary, I love you to infinity and beyond. Yes, from Toy Story. I love that, right? For potty mouth, do you want me to wash your mouth out with soap? My mom threatened that quite a few times when I was a little kid. And sometimes it was just for talking back or whatever. I have actually probably 3 or 4 times in my life had my mouth washed out with soap. When I was a kid, not as an adult, but it is not pleasant. So I always threatened my kids with that. Really, you don't want to have your mouth washed out with soap, right? Okay, guys, so I have a little bit more work to do here. I need to put some other washi down here. I need to bring more color in. I need to highlight each of those things with the colored pencil, but I will not do that until I figure out what else is going to go down here. So I will, next week, I will have that one done so we can kind of just see how I ended up finishing that. But I need to get something to eat, and I need to, well, we have an appointment at 3. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera, turn off the lights. So hang on. It's still all rainy outside. Unplug the power and rotate. Okay, ready? We're gonna rotate, so bear with me. 1, 2, 3, rotate. All right, so a couple of our housekeeping. Oh, and this is bad. I have not had anywhere near enough water. I was supposed to be drinking. Okay, that'll help a little bit. Okay, couple housekeeping items. We will not be together the next 2, I just said next week. We won't be together the next 2 weeks. I will be in Fallbrook, San Diego area next weekend teaching, and then the weekend after that, I will be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, teaching at another event. So we'll be back together again on October 30th, Saturday the 30th. And then just a little kind of what's coming. Be together Saturday the 30th, and then not together again the next 2 weeks because I am teaching back at Oceanside, San Diego area again. And then Spokane, Washington area following weekend. So just stay tuned, but know that we'll be away from each other for a little while. Giveaway for this week. There are 2 different giveaways. A couple of stamps that Jane, hyphenated last name, from Brussels, has donated. And then the Halloween washi bundles, okay? So those are our prizes for this week. So all I need you to do is to leave a comment on this video once we're done. So not in the chat, leave a comment on the video once we're done. While you're there, thumbs up, telling me one of your familyisms. And if you don't really have a familyism, you can tell me what you love about Halloween. You can tell me what one of your fall favorites is. Really, just leave a comment, and then I'll randomly draw for both of those prizes. So let's look at really quick. Karen is going to be out of, oh, Karen, surgery. Oh, goodness. Well, take care and heal quickly, and take care of yourself for sure. And we'll see you when we see you again. Yes, Karen, yes. Like button, please. That's so important. Don't do anything you don't want on the front page of the Times. Yes, exactly, right? That's another one. Got here late, but still watching these live listing days. Janelle, I'm glad you made it. Yes, speedy recovery, for sure, Karen. Oh, Karen, another Karen. Karen with an I said you won't be able to say the isms in Dutch. No, but you could still you can still write what it is. And then you could translate it for me. How about that? All right, friends. So that's our Saturday. 4 hours. Holy cow. You guys, time flies. When we do this, time flies. It literally seems like a half an hour goes by to me. I love what we do. I love that we get to come and hang out and craft and talk about different things and tell stories. And I love it. And it gives me an excuse to get fun things out and play, right? And that for me is so much of what this is all about. Doesn't matter what you're working on, even if you're not working, but just taking time for yourself, because that's what this is. This is when I take time for myself to play, and I love it that you guys join me and hang out. So I hope that you have some time. I hope you continue to give yourself some time, even though we won't be together the next 2 weeks. Give yourself some time to schedule it out to play and to do something for you. That's so important. Canadians have a wonderful Thanksgiving this weekend. And I will see you all in a couple weeks, okay? Bye-bye. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Yes, be safe. And I'll see you again in a couple weeks. Thanks.